Well, hello everyone, and welcome. If you don't know me, I'm Noble Crumpet, a cosmic being with a spark of sarcasm. I am streaming some TTRPGs tonight. I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. What is it? Art Tuesdays, Games Thursdays, and TTRPGs with my friends today, all starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And with that, let's maybe turn down the music a bit and transition over. Hello, it's me. And my friends are here too. Let's listen in on what they are talking about.
That's my problem. If they're gonna make the choice of okay, yes, first person the entire time, just don't give me a character creator.
Right.
Or
welcome everybody.
Or have the character creator be something like surprise.
Hello.
What is the original character creator if not a piece of paper?
No.
That's true.
All right.
We're live now.
Never.
Welcome. How are you guys doing tonight?
Not so well.
Yeah, that Gervault accepted, sure. Do you guys remember what happened last time? Why don't we go with the first majority of what happened last time?
I occupied a soldier so that everybody can do their own thing. There you go. That's my job.
We got the thing, the broken down data tower, Lazak's data tower, out of the museum by blowing up a floor and using a dump truck.
That's true. And then you went and talked to a
Cobalt Fang.
We also
Yes.
acquired we were not the only heist happening in the museum at that time. So we also acquired some hacking tech called the Hylar nuke, which
Yes.
is rather notorious because it can erase someone's criminal history.
That's right. And somebody wanted that. You guys remember who?
Real bad. And that was
Cobalt
the
Fang.
Cobalt Fang. They are one of the underworld, major underworld factions in this particular world. We arranged a meetup with them in order to have an exchange. It was a very valuable piece of tech, and for some horrible reason, Sin and Zaldenrock, the fighty people, were the ones who did the social negotiations.
I
And
think it's
it went
bullshit.
fine.
that I have to talk to people.
Uh-oh.
It
People.
This was in the Quan Belt, which is one of the trade centers, and we were instructed to go to a boutique clothing shop named Derision. Yara distracted our guard who is escorting us everywhere. Sin and Zaldenrock slipped away, and we met Matriarch Elixix, Elzana Kiriel, something. She was very fancy.
I didn't expect anybody to remember that name.
I wrote it down
Hell
in
yeah.
my notes.
We have notes section.
The paper
Sure.
memory.
I thankfully try to give these guys titles so we can easily just be like, the matriarch. But yeah, good job. Good notes.
Yeah.
You guys
I
conversed
did a
with
lot.
her.
And there was also a thing with Nolly. She lowballed us, but she did agree to give us assistance with the next stage of our shenaniganery. Nolly and Captain Commander Gervald had something else happen, but Sin wasn't there, so I didn't take notes on it.
That's true.
Yeah. During this
Nice.
engagement in the shops, Nolly was trying to do a little black market shopping, separate from the group. She got captured by someone who was part of the Cobalt Fang, and so she was sort of pulled into Derision as some hostage insurance while the negotiations were going on. We found out that the Cobalt Fang seemed to be working with the Drua because one showed up, and then, technically, I guess Thraz was probably the only person around who saw any of it, but Nali had some choice words with the Drua, and then they left.
That's right. And minor note, thanks to Alessandra Briggs' art, we have a new Nolly token.
Yeah.
Hooray!
It flips like a pog.
It flips like a pog, and that's
That's
Pog.
right.
Little pog champ.
Danger side.
Danger Nolly.
My little
Finally,
Pog
Nolly.
champion.
My little Pogsifer champion.
Nice joke.
The last thing that happened, I believe, was Gervalt left on his own to do some investigations following the Drua that had left their meeting. Just after their meeting, they went and talked to some mysterious figure, and Gervalt followed them into an office building, found a hive of Union activity, the terrorist group that wants to promote democracy in this feudal society. Guess it's feudal. Is it feudal? Either way, it's a barony.
No, it's quote unquote meritocracy. It's like it's just very backstabby.
Yeah, sure. It's the Romulans.
And thus,
And thus. And you guys, Gervalt decided to bring that to the Admiral, his brother, and the Admiral revealed to him that they knew about this and told him not to interfere, and that it was time he brought him into the fold because the barony has been instigating and fueling some of these terrorist efforts unbeknownst to the common public, in order to legitimize the barony's rule and the reason for their stranglehold on the populace. And then Gervalt went on a bender, and that's where we ended.
Whee!
Hooray! All right. Well, with all that out of the way, why don't we get back into it? We're probably about to do our heist. I have maybe a few more minor things to do before we hop into that. So why don't we start with Gervalt, since we ended with him last time, so we can get him going. Gervalt, you wanted to make an off-world contact, yes? At the end of last session, but we didn't have time for it?
Well, I did not want to make offer contact. What I wanted to do was keep track to look at any activity logs along the spaceport. Because the
Well, what are you looking for? Because there's a lot of activity on the spaceport.
So it'll require a large amount of ship movement information because of the frigates being shipped off-world.
So you're trying to track down the destroyers that were being promised to these people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's perhaps have you do. What are the skills in this game? There's no investigation, so I'm gonna say that it's probably going to be a computers check, because even though it's probably not a pain to operate, it's probably a pain to sift through using computers. So I'm gonna have you make a difficulty 3 check, and I'm going to use some story points to reset them, but I'm also going to use 1 to upgrade it. All right, you're good to go.
All right.
Ooh.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. You take on a stress. You're not finding any signs of this potential shipment of ships. Maybe they're not using the ports here. You're not exactly certain where it's going to take place. Perhaps it's taking place off-world, and maybe that's why there's no track record of it. But that could have even worse implications. Wonder if there's anything that we can do with this despair. What do you think we can do with this despair?
I mean, if something, maybe something bad happened with the ship, because or being, I mean, I'm already being surveillance, I assume, right? Or was I free of that because there was no guard?
You're kind of free of that, yeah. All right. instead, why don't we have we'll just have your next check be upgraded with difficulty. That's an option, so.
Okay, yeah, we'll just do that.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything to use on a despair computer check.
It's also the first roll of the session.
It's the first
so
roll of the
it's
session. Let's
where is it
try and
going?
get more information.
Increasing the next challenge actually is kind of neat because it's almost like he was drinking. Now he's getting more and more drunk, so it's harder to actually do it.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't find any progress towards his goal.
Yeah.
Okay, so you sift through the records, finding nothing, no signs. It could mean that it's off-world. Let's see. Are you doing anything else with this now that the trail has gone cold?
I guess I will try to contact off-world toward Rentera at my parents.
Okay, that's what I thought you were doing last time, but
Yeah,
I forgot
kind
about
of
the other
forgot because
thing.
I was remember the ship thing first, but yeah, that makes sense.
Gotcha. Okay. They do have constant contact with Rentera. It's in the same system. It's a little costly, but for somebody with your stature, you can easily get access to that without any rolls.
Okay, I guess I will try to contact my parents.
All right. You contact Rentera. It takes a while. It's a little staticky. The best that we can do with this sort of communication. It comes through.
Hello? Who is this?
It is Gervalt.
Master Garvolt. I will fetch your father, I assume?
Sure. How is he?
He is doing fine as of late. The medication is working well.
Understood. Thanks for that.
Please wait one moment.
They, head off, fetch your dad.
Hello, Gervolt?
Hello, Father. I'm making a brief call. How are you and Mother doing?
We are managing, as usual. How are things on Arcturus? I thought that you would have called earlier if you were going to show up unannounced.
Well, it wasn't. This entire trip wasn't exactly planned. Regarding I was just calling to see how you are doing and whether you heard anything else during my absence from our other siblings.
I get reports from your brother, of course. I get those all the time. The younger brother, I definitely have all of these names, all 29 of them. Yeah, I hear from Rallowin, the Admiral, every day. As far as Evandal, your other sibling, he's, I believe, in deep cover, so I can't actually contact him, and I don't think Rallowin can either. Yaireen is settling in. She's no longer living with us. She's now moved in with the merchant prince that we married her off to.
Of course. Well, it sounds like everyone's doing fine. I wanted to.
Is something wrong?
No. I just wanted to ask whether. What has Rowland been talking to you about?
Well, he just gives me, weekly reports about day-to-day things, and I offer advice where I can, with my past experience.
Has he mentioned anything about the Union?
He mentioned that there was a Union attempt to open the vault. That was very exciting. I had almost forgotten. Yes. The ancient vault that exists in the mines. It's been opened. They found the key that goes to it. The Union almost got their hands on it, but we were able to salvage the situation, it seems.
Hmm. Uh, what about me? Has he mentioned anything about me at all?
He did not. Have you met with him?
Uh, no. Well, I met him at the embassy. Um, it was a bit of a surprise visit on both of our parts.
Uh, well, he should have mentioned it by now. I'll chastise him later about it.
Don't. He's a busy man. I'm sure you understand.
If you say so, it probably slipped his mind. But he should have remembered. You are family, after all. Even when you are far away and on Arcturus, it's not like I don't love you all just as much.
How was the service?
I forgot you weren't here for that. It was very solemn and very, very mighty. There were no stops taken. Saida was given the utmost care when she was sent off among the stars. I just wish that things had turned out differently.
Well, well, well. Thanks for that, Father. I just wanted to hear your voice one more time. I don't know when I'm gonna depart, but I should depart pretty soon.
You have business? Are you sure you don't need to visit me? And Shalira, your mother, does sometimes speak of you.
Oh no. We understand. You should enjoy your stay in Rentera. Didn't want to bother you. I just wanted to let you know that I was here for a bit. This trip back to Arc Prime was not expected, so I figured it would be a pleasant surprise if my brother didn't mention it.
All right, well, we don't want to keep you busy then. I'm sure
Thanks
that
for
you're
that.
doing very important things. For the barony.
Yes, for the barony.
Goodbye, son.
Goodbye.
Please insert another quarter. No. That's
Click.
click. That's all that you hear from them.
God damn it. Anyway,
Did you want to ask them more direct questions?
No, I
Alright.
got it.
He got everything he needed.
Okay.
All right. Who wants to go next? I have some assumptions that it's mostly the last assumption that I have is that Nolly wants to make sure that she gets her clothes. Right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I don't think a child wants to be naked.
You got your clothes.
Terrific.
Yeah, you managed to get it around the time that everybody else did, shortly after the events that took place.
Mm-hmm.
As well, I assume that anybody that wants to do any hacking on this job might want to do some recon beforehand. But maybe not.
Yeah, I still don't know what our basic plan is to even get into the thing. I mean, do we need to make contact with the Cobalt Fang to even arrange for like how we want to do this?
Well, we can assume that you did.
Okay.
All I need is a general plan and maybe groups, like attack teams, kind of. That's the only thing that we would really need to plan.
Wasn't the initial plan something like hazmat issue? And you're like, oh, we're the hazmat team. We need to go in while
Yes.
everyone evacuates.
I can give you a brief of what I understood from your guys' talking to each other's.
Okay.
From my understanding, the plan was to have one team go in and cause some sort of chemical accident to cause the them to remove the artifact from the vault, You would need to find out where it's going, but during the move, forcing them to take it out, you are going to swap it somehow with the fake. It's the size of a large refrigerator, so it would probably be transported in a van or a truck or something, and you would probably need a truck of your own. And you'd probably need a spotter somewhere in the distance so that you can keep track of where this truck is going, or maybe somebody like on a digital scale tracking the truck.
I think we were going to simulate like a gas leak or something specific.
Mhm.
And I'm looking at the map, and it looks like there is some ore processing and duranium factories right underneath Gridhold.
That's true.
So, what we might be able to do something with that, because their protocol and procedure would be to move important shit off site while they negate this threat. And then we would hit that thing, like our objective in transit. So,
All right.
we weren't necessarily going to go in full hazmat gear.
With a
Yeah, I think the
2319.
I think the idea of this falsifying some sort of hazardous emergency. I think it's a good idea that like the end goal of that is just to get the tower out of the building, and then like via hacking or some information gathering, we can find out who's going to be transporting it where and when, and then that can lead us up to tee us up to take over the van or do a swap or whatever.
All right, so I'm going to add a little complication here. I'm going to add a little wrinkle. I'm going to say that unless you guys have access to their like inner network, you won't be able to falsify an alert. You could if you did have access to it and you got access to it from inside. Otherwise, you would need to cause an actual chemical like emergency.
So cause a meltdown.
You guys could totally do that because
Yeah.
two of you are completely chemically immune to like air pathogens.
Sure. Many Letnev have died
here's
for this
Here's a weirder
artifact.
question too. Would it almost be easier to use hacking to cause a meltdown, because there's a whole thing where you don't need to like cause a catastrophic failure. You just set like a few numbers so it doesn't go to its proper degree for like a week. Then
I have a potential idea.
Okay.
What if you create some sort of, or like, not Molly, Yara creates some sort of like Trojan horse in like a USB, and Sin sneaks in and like activates it, or like plugs it in somewhere. I don't know. I'm thinking some Star Wars George shit. And it can do something with the air processing and the vents, and like the air filtration, because I imagine that this has to have some bonkers air handling shenanigans.
yeah, basically I mess up what the measurements are. I don't mess up with the thing essentially, or I mess up with the thing like it's sort of an indirect way of causing things to happen.
All right.
But I guess here's the question: do we want to actually cause physical thing, or do we want to make it seem like all the sensors are saying something?
Well, that's what Chris is giving us. He's saying if
you want to do the actual physical one, it will probably cause hospitalizations and deaths. If you're okay with that, then you can do that. Otherwise, you'll probably need to get inside, and you might want to have Yara with you in case like something goes wrong with the hacking or something.
See, my thought is this. I think physical like dangers need to be present only because otherwise people will just evacuate.
Well,
they need a reason to actually move items out. Like they need to care about these stored items. So I think an actual damage is warranted.
When we talked about it before, what we had suggested was like, is it feasible for us to either acquire or mix up a non-lethal or non-helpful harmful chemical that smells exactly like its lethal or harmful chemical counterpart?
We can see how well that works out if you want to try that.
Yeah, so kind of like how natural gas doesn't have an odor, but it's added So we can just have like a rotten egg smell, and it's like, oh wait, shit, that's the scentless gas that can kill everyone. So
The reason I'm saying that this distinction matters is because if you're having that kind of chemical attack, everyone's just going to physically evacuate and just wait until the gas clears. They're
Well,
not going to carry anything.
I have
out.
said that they will move it if there is an official alert.
yes,
They won't
and
if there is no official alert, which is what would happen if you just used like a gas. They would be like, well, there's no alert going off because the sensors aren't getting triggered, and nobody's told us to move classified stuff off site. But
So-
well, then we could also
create
just
okay,
we could also
so
just call an audible in real time. Then, if they don't get an official alert and they say, "Oh, we don't have to move anything. We just all evacuate the building." Now there's an empty building with the tower inside it.
there's
Also
so
true.
something that can happen with organizations that have precious materials is that there is like a level or tier of disaster where they have to prioritize and evacuate emergency materials, like high priority materials. So if we can say that this obelisk or whatever it is a high emergency material, if the disaster is of like that level, then like, for example, if this gas is explosive that we're simulating the odor for, they would move important things off site. So just in case if they do lose the facility, that they don't lose everything.
Yeah, I'm not questioning the logistics of this plan. That sounds sound.
It sounded like C might have was questioning some of the logic for that. So
I, the
was
DM,
just
am letting
that.
everybody know publicly that I don't see anything wrong with this plan.
Okay.
All right.
So
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think. I think it's. Well, yeah, I think it's unreasonable for them to totally abandon a very important artifact.
yeah. So I kind of okay. This is kind of what I got together, and I have a suggestion kind of at the end of it. We basically set up a fake sort of gas explosion to motivate them to either evacuate or move the items, and we don't necessarily do it in a way that's super duper harmful. And I'm suggesting maybe we get the what's the that nav resistance or whatever in on this through the cobalt things, so they can kind of say it's like a, an attack, because that would also probably up the stakes of them wanting to move items in there.
Yeah, if you want to try to pin it on the
Kind of.
Cobalt Fang, then that's something that they might be able to accomplish.
Basically, it's one of those, they get some cred, they can also have some of their resources to maybe do some other stuff if they want, because we're kind of, again, even if they do evacuate it, we know that it's not going to be as bad as it is. They could still have an excuse to go and explore inside, too.
Yeah, they're willing to help you, so I would say that that's feasible.
They'd have an excuse to be able to maybe try and go in and wreck shit up, like however they want, while we're trying to get the thing we're after.
Yeah,
All right.
that can be their contribution.
I just have
Yes.
one prep question. Are we allowed to get like armor attachments if it's like a rarity 1?
Yeah,
Okay.
you had like a week of prep for this, and rarity
Alright,
1
good.
items are like very easily acquired.
So, in terms of item skills, we need to either build or get a gas that we can basically fake, and I guess I should probably set up a USB that can hack into the thing, or should I have already tried to hack into the thing?
Well, the only thing I was going to ask was if you wanted to do recon, because that's a game mechanic thing. Otherwise, all that can be done with flashbacks and story points.
Recon, I guess, I always like having recon.
Yep. There's just a chance that if you fail at it, that you will alert them, and it will be harder to get in on the day of.
Hey, how confident do you feel?
Hey, we'll see.
Wait, was that at me? I do.
You're recon, right?
Yeah, technically. I mean,
Oh no, I meant digital recon.
Digital recon, so I just gotta roll this shit. Okay, yeah, I'm sometimes okay at luck. It'll be fine.
oh, don't say that. I'm now more concerned.
All right. So the recon is going to be the same difficulty as it is to get into the system. Normally, you are good to go for a computers check. You want to spend any story points on this? You have
I think
6.
I would.
All right.
All right,
I will
fine.
just
I'll
use-
spend 5.
Yeah, I know. You want to spend a story point. I should have said.
Since I'm the computers guy, I have literally almost maxed out this skill, but I still am worried. And I don't get any benefit. Oh, do I get a benefit from? No, I don't. That's for knowledge checks. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
You're good to go. All right, 2 success and an advantage. That's nice. You can recover a strain. It looks like you have some strain. Although you shouldn't. Everybody should be cleared. Everybody should be cleared of strain. So if anybody has strain, I'm gonna get rid of Thraz's. There you go.
Huh, it didn't update my bar.
All right. So you get some recon. In that case, you got 2 successes. So I'm going to say that you can view 2 of the... Actually, no, I'm just going to say that you can... I'm going to tell you what the things are. What the ice is that's protecting this.
Do I still have my ice tool from last time?
Yeah, you still have it. It's just a program that you own on your device.
Okay.
The initial programs that are blocking these things are, damn it, have like these things blocking them. Okay, there is a sentry, a gate, and a firewall. It looks like the deeper systems are reliant on firewalls, and their sentries seem to be the more difficult things to get through. And by that, I mean those are the types of ice that they have.
Okay.
So, if you want to get something, I have some options for you.
I forget the name of the thing you gave me, but it was a strength 2 thing.
Yep. It is a SAR Fang.
The program. Okay.
Yes. There are others that you might be able to get. Do you want one that is specific against, like, firewalls, or one that's specific against sentries?
The sentries are harder than probably the sentries. But I'm just going to get at the party. No, I am a little low on cash because of the cost of things. I have about 342 left.
Well, we don't know yet.
Okay. I have a shit ton of money, so just ask.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to say, let's see. Okay, they're pretty easy to get, but they are, as far as like rolling for them. But they're gonna be difficulty 2 instead of 1 because they're like, you would need to get them off like the black market or whatever. And I'm gonna say it's a streetwise check to find them.
Okay. I might actually have a rank in the... No, I do not. Never mind. Well, I'll still try. Alright, you ready?
All right.
Nope.
All right.
So many advantages.
Yeah, you did get 5 advantages. I'll just say that you can at least buff your next check, upgrade your next check.
Okay.
Which is
Here's
nice.
my token. Put a little thing on it. Yeah,
Right.
I got a boost die.
Well, I will also let you know that the systems that they have on the Gridhold mainframe are an alert system, a surveillance system, and the LetNet service desk. It was harder to say than I thought for some reason. The alert system is what you want. That is going to have the alert that will signal an evacuation.
Could you copy paste that into chat or say that again? It was alert system. What system?
I could, in fact, just take you there. I said just take you there.
Neat.
Successful recon, unsuccessful hack find, but at least you got some information out of it.
Yep, I can't do much more prep on it, but at least I know what I'm up against.
All right. All set with this page?
Yep.
Awesome.
I shoved it in our memes.
All right. Does anybody want to do any last minute things before we engage?
We need to make the gas.
wanna
You don't need to make that now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll handle that later. I wanted to ask Shepard. I gave you back your Praetorian Defender. Should Nolly have bought a second shot pistol, or do you have another gun as a backup and Nolly can take the Praetorian Defender?
I do not have another gun as a backup, but
Okay.
I also operate as a pacifist.
Well, then you should keep the Defender then.
Okay.
Yeah, you keep the Defender. Nolly's just going to buy another shot pistol.
Wasn't there a gun that was floating around?
Your strain
There
is
was a
gone.
gun. I think
Yes.
someone.
Grovalt's rifle?
Imperium?
I gave Shepard the my plasma rifle that I
Yeah.
got from the
Yes.
Okay, good.
Forza.
All right, everybody good?
Think so?
I should hope so.
See,
Oh, C as in Spanish, yes. Got it.
yeah.
Worst.
I wasn't confused.
Sure. All right. Well, we've done our engagement roll way ahead of time, 2 sessions ago, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna drag you up here.
Oh, wait, hold on. You had asked us, Chris, what our teams were going to be.
That's true.
Is that something we should pick before?
I think you should pick it before.
Okay, so what are our... So some group is basically infiltrating Gridhold to support the hacking effort. Some group is doing the actual... is going to be getting instructions from Group 1 to actually do the swap over. And then there's maybe a loosey-goosey third group that's like spotting and directing and sort of support.
Maybe
So like
the getaway
Lurk
driver.
team, Bravo team, and Point team?
Yeah,
I would say Lurk team, Bravo team, and Hound / Spider team, but
I meant
Okay.
point as in pointing at things. Like
Yeah.
the point man.
it's the man who points at stuff.
Okay,
Man
so
who points.
Sin should obviously be in the infiltration team.
Right. I think infiltration is probably mostly Sin Yara, maybe someone extra, and I think the actual doing the swap over is probably at minimum Nolly Shepard.
I think it's Nolly and Shepard because you guys are the strongest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
right.
Yeah, I
You
was
guys are
gonna say.
muscles.
and
Worst case, Shepard carries out the
Yeah,
fridge.
fair.
and I'm baby driver, so
Yes.
Yeah.
I just can picture
Almost
Shepard being
literally.
like mine now.
I guess the where Zeldenrock is going.
I want to find a rooftop that I can oversee this whole deal.
Which would be
Okay.
good because then we can also get an advantage point if somebody else is like going in or if things change on the outside.
Right.
You can
exactly.
tell
Yeah.
us.
If the Cobalt Fang double crosses us in any way.
Yep.
Right. I can see where enemy military units are being formed, which exits they're taking.
Yeah, like once we know, like once we get relayed, like, oh yeah, the car is going to be going here through here, we can just say like, oh yeah, you've moved into an adjacent building. You
Yeah,
have eyes
maybe
on the
I
whole
shoot
road.
people. We'll see.
Or shoot the tires out of cars. Like,
Yeah,
that'd be
it's
cool.
not like anything I've done in the past. I don't usually shoot people, but
You know what, Zaldenrock? I will let you make this choice if this is what you want to be. What do you think is the tower that you want to hang out in? There's the Tower of Industry and Trade, the Stellar Research Institute, or Hollow Heights, which is the like residential building that you've been staying in. There's also
God,
the water
okay.
refinery, and I guess the bank and the security center.
All right. So my options are Research Institute.
Basically,
Anything
every
that's on the
building
surface.
left. Just
Yeah.
pick
Okay.
a building on the left.
Yeah.
I figure it's your job. You should make this choice.
Yeah.
Embassy?
Yeah. Why not? Up here, I guess.
Sure. I guess it makes the most sense that the
I'm closer.
I almost said Aarakocra. The fuck
Bird.
are you called? Shikrai. The Shikrai.
Shikrai.
Bird person.
Bird.
Got D&D in
Bird
the
up.
brain. Bird up. We'll put you down here just so I can keep you on the screen
Yeah,
a bit
it's-
easier. Awesome. Cool. So Zaltenrock is somewhere in there where they have a good vantage of the streets. Reminder, the streets are these little shits, basically. They are covered roads with little ants of trucks zooming through them all the time, venting all their pollution to the outside eventually.
Where do you guys want Thraz?
We
I was
always
gonna-
forget about fucking Thras.
I think he's supposed to be like the getaway person.
I was gonna say he might
could be the
actually be
swapped
most
vehicle.
useful. Yeah, exactly. Because like, if for example the play ends up being us posing as like, no, like we're actually changing shipments to mix it up and try and throw off any people who are trying to steal stuff. Thraz is going to be the one who persuades people with that.
Okay. So is he a different team? Is I guess a question.
Oh no, I meant like he is going to be with me and Shepard.
Okay.
That was
Yeah.
my thought. Like, because like, okay, me and Shepard can brute force steal it, but maybe the play is we drive up with a car and say to the people driving it, "Oh, hey, you guys didn't get the order. Like, you're supposed to swap it into our truck to try and throw off any thieves."
That makes sense. Gervalt, where are you in all this? You have you seem to be willing to participate in this sort of shenaniganery at this point.
Well, I think I should be near Zoltan mostly because I can I
Direct
know
people?
the streets and direct if there's any kind of movement being directed, I should be able to identify.
All right. This is exactly how I thought it would play out. Anyway, all
I
according
jump
to
off the building.
No!
Unpredictable.
No! You will smoosh!
Oh no, I couldn't save you.
Gervalt went to work. He decided to take the left doorway.
Oh no.
Okay.
Illusion of choice.
Let's get into it then. So you guys had done your engagement rules before. Do we want to do one again or not? Since circumstances may have changed. Otherwise, you're in a risky position.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I
it
think
can
we
only
accept-
get better, right?
Well,
I
it
mean,
can get worse.
no, it can get desperate.
Thought it was. Did our engagement role include the fact? Because I think we hadn't at that point gotten the Cobalt Fang involved. So did we count that?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember what it was.
Why
I
don't we
didn't
do one
think
just for
Safety.
safety?
No,
Yeah.
it's gonna get worse.
Safety quip.
Yeah. I mean, that was 2 sessions ago. I'm sure things have changed. All right. Crew rank is 2. Enemy rank
Yes.
is 4.
Can't add anything to this, right? Like story point wise.
No. This is based on your actions ahead of time. All right. Bold strategy. I would think so.
Am I healed? It took us a while, right?
It took you a
Like,
week. I don't
a
know
week?
if you're fully healed,
How?
but did we heal your critical injury?
Yes.
Yes, we did. That was
Okay.
the
So
whole
now it's
thing.
just healing.
Everyone should be
normal.
healed by 7 wounds, physical wounds, because every day heals 1.
Yes. That'll do it. All right. Is your strategy overly complex? I'd say there's a lot of points of failure for this mission, especially since you're in multiple groups. Is it attacking a vulnerability in their system? I guess so. I mean, you're kind of manipulating their bureaucracy, right? Maybe.
Yeah, procedures make it predictable. Like things break in predictable ways if you have a lot of protocols.
All right, and you have an ally helping you in terms of the Cobalt Fang. They aren't allied with any other factions to hinder you. Special tools, you got the Lazax Tower. That's a unique tool to this mission. And Familiar Ground. I said that I wouldn't count it because Gervalt wasn't with you, but Gervalt actually knows this area. I'm going to say it's Familiar Ground for you guys now. So you guys get all 5 upgrades.
Yay!
Okay, so that leaves you at 1 upgrade, 2 upgrade, 3 upgrade, 4 upgrade, 5 upgrade. I just had to do that by hand, kind of.
Oh, I didn't know it worked that way.
Yeah, if there aren't enough to upgrade, it adds a green die.
Right. I just didn't know that subsequent levels that are still left over will then upgrade that green.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
Yep.
that makes me feel less bad about having agent skills on stuff I only have 2 pips in.
Yeah, now you guys are actually doing a better roll than they are. I'm going to put this in the Game Master sheet, though, so that it actually populates the Chatteroony. Do. Let's also perhaps...
Oh, never mind. Ranks are different than upgrades.
Success. And 3 threats. Alright, so you're in a controlled position. But you got some threats, so I could... These are stupid Blades in the Dark terms here. I could have
it's a square peg round hole situation you've made yourself here.
I sure have. So I could...
Everything is in the square hole.
So, we could say that it has a decreased effect, or I could add a consequence or complication, or I could just have you guys take 3 strain. I think that might be fine. I mean, this is kind of stressful. So I'll just have you guys maybe take 1 strain, and I'll say everybody takes 1 setback. But otherwise, you guys are in a controlled position, which means that... which means, I guess, that your difficulty will be decreased, I will say.
Everyone has a setback, you said?
Yeah, I'll say everybody has a setback. And it's not going to carry over if you mark it here, so I'm going to go back to the city.
Terrific.
Did you say we also take a strain?
Yes.
Yep, that
3
should...
strain.
I'm going to say that you guys just take 1 strain.
Okay.
3 strain is a lot to give you right off the bat.
I still have my boat boost die, right? So it's 1 setback, 1 boost.
Actually, I gave you an upgrade because you got that. You got a ton of advantages, so I'll change that to that.
Cool.
Awesome. And I'll make sure that Thraz also gets a setback. Ooh. I
didn't mean to move, I'm sorry.
also have a lot of unusual things on my sheet. I will let you see what my sheet fucking looks like. I don't know how it's doing this or why, but I'll put this in the stream memes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like
That's fun.
It's putting like
Didn't look.
it's putting like subtext in there.
I'm N.
It's like
Buzz.
the SpongeBob meme, where it's like uppercase, lowercase.
Oh yeah. Commander Gurval round his rock cry. Okay. Cool. We will roll with it, and hopefully nothing bad happens to my screen. Oh. Unusual. Sus. Oh, nice.
Souls.
I mean,
Sorry.
that's how you pronounce it in Creuse, I guess.
Sure, yeah, everybody. I know nobody else can see what's going on, but everything's been weirded out. Anyway, let's go inside. The first thing that needs to happen is Sin and Yara need to do the infiltration. So, you're in a controlled position. What is your kind of point of entry? Are you like disguising yourselves? Are you physically just being stealthy? Did you find a ventilation system?
I think we found a ventilation system.
Yeah, we're on the same page. Vents.
All right, you vented. Cool. Let's say
Sus.
sus.
Quiet shepherd.
So, since I think there's a genuine risk of failure here, we will just have you guys roll and clear out everything. Okay. There's a genuine chance for failure, but I'm not going to add any red dice or anything to it yet because you guys are in a controlled position. So let's do a difficulty 3. Yeah, we'll say difficulty 3. Let's see. I guess you guys could do this as a group check. Do group checks work in this? Hold on.
I guess.
I was gonna say, what do you mean?
assist.
Is you trying to square peg round hole this again?
Well, I'm actually just I've read through so many
Concept of group
systems.
check.
I don't know if GENESYS has group checks. I don't think they do.
I don't think I don't recall seeing collective roles.
So instead, why don't we just have Sin do it and have Yara assist them?
How does assist work?
You boost them.
Okay. Don't have to roll
I'm just
anything
gonna
then?
assume that you're boosting them, because the other way to assist is that you provide either your rank in the skill or your characteristic, whichever's higher.
Don't.
Yeah, but I think Sin's
Sin's got
rank
the best of
and
both
characteristic are both higher. So I usually say
Yeah.
when you're assisting, it's usually just a boost die.
Yeah, I think this is really just, I'm like, okay, Sin, I gave you the map. Just tell me when to go and I will listen to every word.
But
I don't want to
Sin
derail
is
it.
vibrating. He is skittering. He is so excited.
It's literally just Yara just hoping, just like, okay, we timed this out. This is when there should be an opening. I just need to let Sin do it. Sin's good at this. And I just follow along. It'll work out.
I was just going to say for you, Chris, I don't want to derail this any much further, but you could maybe possibly adapt the Blades version into this pretty easily.
I'm
where
about to.
You have Sin make the roll, and then Yara makes the roll, and all that matters is if Sin succeeds or fails, because they're leading the check, that determines whether the whole group succeeds or fails, and everyone else who rolled, if they fail, they give a strain to Sin.
Yes, that is a better way of doing it than I was about to. So
That's how group rolls work in Blades.
yeah. So I'll have you both roll in that case.
Basically, all that's going to
All
happen
right.
is you might get more strain, Sin, if Yara fails the roll.
Yep.
Okay.
Prepare
But
for
you
strain.
determine the success or fail of the whole group with yours.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right.
Let me know.
you're good to go.
That's a lot of successes.
Yeah, so you
I
do
call that a
succeed.
success.
Now Yara
Yeah.
will roll.
And I included the black because that was the setback die.
Yes, good call, because
Oh.
I forgot to.
I did it twice.
That's good, because I forgot the boost die the first time. Either way, you succeeded. So
Lucky.
So you did succeed, and nobody took on any stress, I believe.
I mean, you could have the threat from Sin's roll, I guess, do stuff.
Well, I'm the one with all the
That's true. I guess
But
you
I think
each...
basically you have the ancillary rolls. I think you just ignore threat and advantage in the ancillary rolls. Just take success or fail.
I'll just say Sin takes one stress, because Yara was annoying to lead through the vents. They were
She kept
complaining the
muttering
whole time.
stressfully, and Sin is like, "Shut up! I got it."
If we take a left
No,
here, we can get out of the vents sooner. We need to stay in the vents, Yara. You don't understand.
Yara's just doing the backseat, like, oh, wait, there's someone there you should hold back. Oh, you're already holding back. Cool. Yeah, no, I also saw that.
All right. You guys manage to get inside pretty easily. Once you're inside of Gridhold, you're like walking through vents, and you're able to get a view of the entire area. I'm going to say... Well, wait, I have a fucking description. So, inside of Gridhold, you can see that there are 12 massive pylons, towers in their own right, holding up a massive trapezoidal pyramid. That whole thing is like practically hollow inside, held up by these pylons that run in a square shape in the center of this like trapezoidal pyramid. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but let's perhaps quickly draw it. We'll just say there's pylons like this inside. Make sense?
Yeah.
And they run in a square, so that is in all four directions. Cool. Everybody gets it.
Nope. But I'm not there, so I don't need to.
Okay, great. So there are pylons in the middle that I drew on the screen, but now deleted because they were ugly. And those are each towers. Each one has their own purpose and need there that Gervalt knows ahead of time. The Letnev are on the ground surrounding all these pylons, doing military formation drills in one of the courtyards. The entire eastern platform towards our directional right is a hangar for fighter ships ready to scream into the polluted atmosphere at a moment's notice to join the dreadnoughts that are floating above in the skies. A massive elevator platform rises from below in the northern part of this courtyard, and you can see two Dunlane Reapers, the massive mechs that were traded long ago in the Nomad ship. They step off of it, followed by a few armored, military jeeps. They're probably off to do drills themselves, assuming there isn't anything for them to shoot at yet.
Your target lies in the closest pylon, according to Gervald. It's an admin tower. It's filled with bureaucrats sullenly moving file pads from place to place like a hive of blue-skinned ants. The only oddity is the occasional patrol of a Letnev enforcer and a pair of darter hounds. They are kind of like hairless creatures with two pairs of eyes. But they otherwise kind of look like dogs on Soul, like on Yord.
Puppies.
They are puppies, but these guys have sharp fangs, and they are bred for attack. Anyway, you managed to sneak your way into this first pylon. What would you like to do next?
I guess we gotta set the gas.
Gotta plant the gas.
Got a breather mask, so we could do that.
All right. Sin is probably the best job to do that. Yara, you'll need to interface with their inside network in order to set off the alert when the time comes. Thankfully, you guys are all on comm beads.
Yeah, so I guess we just let them know we're inside the building. Sin's gonna set up the gas pretty soon, and I'll try and get into the tower.
All right. Sin, I'm going to assume that you're going to keep traveling through the vents. But Yara, you might need to get out of the vents if you're going to make it to this console.
Hey, there's gotta be a bathroom on this floor, right? That's my go-to.
Oh.
Or a janitor's closet or something. Like,
Yeah. The equipment closet, they store the empty or the extra towers that
We'll get to you in
find
a second.
IT closet. Can we spend a story point and say that we find an IT closet with a bunch of wires and connections and some equipment that are sort of stashed throughout the building?
We can say that you find a server room.
Yeah, sure.
That works.
They're locked. There are no windows. It's not something that personnel frequent, so...
Sure. I should have at least one story point since Yara spent one earlier, so I will absorb another story point. Alright. Story point should be at the correct setting now. And you guys don't have your boosts on anymore. Or your setbacks, rather.
Oh, okay.
I turned off Yara's, at least.
Yes, thank you.
Alright. Raz, Shepard, and Ollie, you guys are presumably in position or getting into position. I don't know if there's much that we can do with you guys, but what's your setup look like? I guess I will ask.
Well, which way do we want to slice it? Are we trying to just hijack the car, or are we trying to do the pose as the swap over crew? What do you think?
Shepard is not going to pose as any crew. They will be in the back, whatever truck we choose.
Shepard can be the lifting crew.
Yeah.
You know?
You back up, and I lift it into the truck.
That's what we did last time. We could try that similar play. I mean, our lifting droid, and there's been a change in plans. We're going to take over the vehicle. And if they don't believe us, then Nolly, you can do what you do best.
I mean, I'll try, but I don't really think they're gonna find Noodle as cute as I do.
I'm sure we'll think of something. He pats you on the shoulder.
Noodle beeps defiantly from the little backpack holding area.
Boo boo bob. Alright, so you guys are probably in a hauler or something, in position, wherever that might be.
I think we'll have acquired a unmarked hauler. Or actually, maybe can we do a roll to see if we acquire one that looks like it would be a Letnev hauler?
Yeah, maybe we can find one that would be used at that location, or break into one of them if they're stored there and just have it ready to go.
As an example, flashback to maybe where we snuck into a Letnev shipping facility and just carjacked a Letnev, a designated Letnev transport.
You know what? That sounds like a good idea. So, if you're in a controlled position, so I'm going to say that this failure of this roll that we're going to do won't, set you back anything. Not going to, add heat to you or anything. But this setback die will apply to this roll. Okay, so we'll say that you jacked this earlier by yourselves. We're going to say that since you aren't going into grid hold, This won't be super difficult, but it is like a sort of smash and grab kind of thing, right? So why don't we have each of you roll something? Maybe Shepard will roll athletics, Nolly will roll mechanics for like, hot wiring the car.
That makes sense.
And maybe Thraz will provide a distraction. He can perhaps do deception or something.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Who do
you want me to spend a story point for this flashback, or is this just part of the setup?
Absolutely.
Cool.
And also, I'm gonna ask, since this is like we're kind of simulating an entire big mission, who wants to be the leader of this mission? I'm kind of thinking thematically it should probably be Thraz, because you're Shepard and you're Nolly.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
One is I'm baby, and one is I'm baby.
Do not be fooled by my size. I am baby.
I am baby. So
I am not baby. I am large.
I'm gonna have Thraz do a leadership here. Like that will be his role.
That yeah. Okay, I'm into it.
Cool.
You're just the niece that's been tagging along. This is baby driver.
Yeah,
okay.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Thraz will do leadership.
Bring the
How to
kid.
hotwire a car.
Yeah.
Thraz will do leadership. He succeeded. Now you guys see if you're gonna
Stress him out.
stress him out. All right. Good mechanics. Easy hotwire. Now we need an athletics from Shepard.
Oh, my setback wasn't calculated into that.
Oh, it's okay. I can
You
roll
can just
them.
raw dog it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll raw dog it, and I'll apply it to Shepard's whenever they get around to rolling. Okay. It looks like it was... It's as if we applied it to the previous one, practically. Sorry, I'm just going into my new-ass dice bag that I got off of Etsy
No.
for my dice. Okay, so I just deleted your one advantage, Nolly.
Okay. It's whatever.
It's whatever.
I
But-
just rolled a dice that you can't see.
Yeah, just take my word for it.
Ah!
But all of your setbacks are removed. And you got a really cool car, so we're gonna just assume that that is a tool that you have now. Right.
Is it
Since we're-
licensed? Is there registration to worry about?
Yeah, it's
sure.
registered to the Letnev transportation infrastructure.
Good.
I'm just checking to see if we can keep it forever or not.
Oh, we'll say that's right. Technically our ship is like a transport ship. There's probably room for a truck on it.
Yeah.
We'll see how. We'll see if this truck survives this heist.
See how many
and if-
pieces it comes out in.
and if you guys get it, get some heat on it. All right, Zaldenrock and Gervalt, you guys are in the embassy pillar of Hollow Prima. Well, of Hollow Heights. So why don't we do a mingling roll and perhaps I believe it's a stealth roll to hide like weapons. So I think Zaldenrock should do a stealth roll. Gervalt, I think you should probably either do like some sort of leadership roll or social roll to get places that you need to go to get into position, I think. Or maybe even clear out a room for a few hours.
Okay. What do you want me to roll?
I'm guessing leadership, but I was offering leeway if you wanted to change it up.
Okay. Yeah. If I'm gonna press rank on it, then I guess I'll do a leadership.
Okay. Do you want to lead this effort?
I guess so. Let me know when
Okay.
you're. Oh, okay.
I did
so
remember to
gotta-
apply the setback. So Zalden, you're going to lead this roll, Gervald. So you can do your leadership. Okay. You're in position. Zaldenrock, I'm going to have you do a stealth roll. And your weapon... Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You succeeded. I was going to question the size of your weapon, but I think it's fine. You succeeded. You didn't stress out Gervalt at all. And I'm going to say, Gervalt, you can at least recover one stress from this situation.
All right.
Hell yeah, dog. All right. I think we're good to go. So let's go back to Sin and Yara. It's go time. Oh yeah, I forgot about these fucking things, huh? We're not really in turn order, I guess, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, there's no enemies yet. So we don't need to bother with that until there's actually an initiative.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's there if we need it.
But it's there if we need it, and it's really neat. Cool, thank you. Good job. I'm shaking my own hand. Sin, why don't we get you into position first to plant this device? And we will use a flashback to assume that Yara made the device, right? Because you're our resident scientist.
I've made these things before, so that should be fine.
Yeah, I've made chemical accidents happen before. So,
do you need to do a science check or something, or is it time?
We're going to absolutely have you do a knowledge science. Yes, that is an option.
Okay, yeah.
We'll call it difficulty 3. This is not difficult. This is difficult for, like, normal people to do. Maybe not so difficult for you. We'll see.
Going into computers, but I need to put another rank in science. I am gonna burn a story point because this would be bad if this don't work.
All right. So this will be 2 story points. We'll count as then.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Oh, wrong button. Oh, was that a triumph?
Oh, that took a second to load for me, so it was like 1 advantage and a triumph.
What a tease.
All right. Also worth noting that your nameplates have fixed themselves on my screen. I actually don't know when that happened.
Don't question it.
Yeah, I'm not going to question it. All right. So you can recover a stress if you have any. Strain, rather.
Yes.
And I'll say that your triumph is that... So you didn't succeed, but what is your triumph here? I'll say that you've created a volatile thing, but you can't quite control when it goes off. So you're kind of on a time limit instead of ready to set it off at a moment's notice.
Okay.
We'll say that...
Does that bring the threat gauge thing back, the clock?
That's a good idea. Why don't we do that?
Why'd you have to do this?
Sorry!
Jay, stop with the good ideas! Clock.
Sadist.
Okay.
I had a brain cell and I used it for evil.
Oh, that's what brains are for. So, what are we gonna call this? Chemicals? Gas leak? We'll call it gas leak.
Maybe it's a sort of
Chemtech.
thing. It's not a continual thing like we had like I couldn't make a continual thing, so it basically has a time limit to get the sensors saying that there's something wrong. Before they're just like, oh, it was nothing.
All right. And I'm gonna say that this is a smaller clock than normal. I'm gonna say that it's only 4 things, so I'm gonna fill up 2 whenever I fill it up.
Okay.
Just saying. All right.
So I basically go over the comms. The thing's going. It's going faster than I thought. We have less time than I thought.
All right. Sin, let's get it into position. Let's have you do... Let's do a coordination check. I think that makes sense. Or perhaps skullduggery. I think skullduggery might be better for this situation. You guys agree?
Okay.
All right. Let's call it difficulty 2. And let's have you do a skulldug.
May I upgrade this and say that I was actually, instead of ignoring Yara's babble, listening to her and figuring out what the best spot and situation is to, like, utilize this.
What are you trying to do?
I want to boost. I want to upgrade my check. I don't know how.
You want Yara to help you.
I want Yara to help me. Yes. Because I only have 1 rank, it's not excellent. I'm good at skullduggery, I'm not great at it.
I'm going to say Gervalt can use his turn to help you, because he knows the layout. And Yara's probably going to be busy. So I'll apply a boost.
Okay, thanks. Say 1.
You're good. Okay. I'm going to progress the gas leak. How do I progress it? Multi-sided, choose side. Alright. You managed to get it into position, but it took a bit longer than normal. And if you had smell, it's starting to smell funny.
I think I fumbled it while I was placing it. We may have less time than expected. Move quickly.
I have no nose, but I can smell it.
Right.
I know I dropped it. I know something's wrong.
Yara, you make it to the server room. It looks like nobody's here. You manage to find a place, or a time, I guess, when IT must have shut down the servers, or not shut down the servers, but they're not at their desks. You managed
just
to time
start
it really
smelling and are leaving the room.
Ooh.
Server rooms are not offices.
Yeah. And it's also not an office. However, I'm going to spend a story point, and I'm going to say that it is not the sort of rig that you were expecting when you came into here. It is a brain interface visor.
Oh, you've got the Android things going on.
Looks like we might have to run in this network.
Oh no, it's a Neuralink.
It also, upon closer inspection, has something that you're not sure if you can spoof without effort. It is an ear scanner, common among the Letnev. Ears for them are like their fingerprints. However, their eyes are all vacant of any color, so they can't use eye scanners, so they went with the next best biometric. Elves.
How do I infiltrate an ear scanner?
I'm not sure. Do you have any ideas?
I mean, other than doing the sort of carefully rip it out of the wall and plug into it type thing.
You could try and do a workaround. It might be more difficult.
I'm trying to fool it. How many story points do we even have left?
It's 3-3 right now.
Okay. Because I have a fabricator. Okay.
A fabricator is a 3D printer, right?
Yeah.
So a flashback to something that you 3D printed?
Yeah, maybe I had surveillance footage of some of the people who worked here, and I just kind of arbitrarily picked somebody who seemed like they're important.
And you tried to fabricate their ear?
Yeah. Or probably their head. I don't know.
Okay. How did you accomplish this?
Wait.
Some
leverage ass shit.
Print of an ear prosthetic or something.
Yeah.
Well, I want to make note that we had guards that were with us that were watching us the entire time.
Okay.
They have to sleep or do something at some point, or they would just be looking away and they could accidentally get scanned.
I like that.
That you have that information.
I like that. They probably have clearance if they are military.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why don't we do that and have you guys spend a story point and have you somehow get a copy of their ear for your 3D printer. I will leave this in your hand. Okay, scanners.
Yeah,
we have a tiny little 5-inch by 2-inch version of the thing from Mission Impossible.
We do actually have quintessensors. So
Quintessensor tells you that this is a Letnev's ear.
Okay.
You have the fabricator. And
Could
so you're saying
the thing is, we need a justification for having gotten a 3D scan of a person who would be valid in the system's ear. Then we could flash back to having printed it with the fabricator.
Yes.
I guess in my mind, I was thinking more we were keeping the people with us distracted enough that we could have scanned it. But I'm thinking more of flashing a scanner, like a Star Trek thing.
It also
not holding their head down.
I mean, maybe it's 2 back-to-back flashbacks. Getting the scan and then fabricating. Well, fabricating something there wouldn't be any challenge in doing that. It's really just getting the scan.
The challenge is, I guess, getting the scan, which is kind of what I'm trying to ask. It sounds like you're scanning them. It sounds like you're distracting them. But you have quintessensors. I'm not sure if they count as a 3D scanner.
Well, remember, this is sci-fi, and even in current time, you can basically take at least a few pictures to then pull a 3D of something if you just have different angles.
I have a gruesome idea. What if, do you know the guy that Zoldenrock dismembered and didn't actually finish off?
Oh god.
What if he took another piece?
That guy is museum security.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, a guy died near Gervalt. I guess he wasn't.
We did lose one of our guards.
Okay, wait, hold on. No.
Ooh,
I want to
coroner?
I mean, you can go ahead with that. I was just going to give you an opportunity to have fun with yourself, Chris.
I do not want to have fun with myself.
I was going to say, what if, in preparation for this, Thraz went to a bar, found a Letnev, chatted them up, and while he's, having his way with them, took
Gives him umox?
Is that what they call scanning ears?
That's what the Ferengi call it when you're massaging their ears.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, that's a joke for me and maybe a few other people.
I think that makes
their
the most
earlobes are their
sense, and I hate
organs.
it. So Gervalt would have probably reminded us that there's ear scanners that exist, and we're like, oh, that's probably not going to be an issue, but we do this anyway. And Thraz goes to a bar, Sweet talks a guy, and he just gets a chance to scan the guy's ears.
Okay, I'll say that is one option. The other option that I had thought of was going to the coroner, where they probably are processing that dead Letnev guard, and then just cut off his ear. But
let's go with the Thraz version, because if you have to go to a coroner... No, because the coroner technically is also part of the bureaucracy, and you would need codes and, clearance to get in there and shit. You can't just walk into a morgue.
We would be putting ourselves in a 3-month waiting list to be able to see the corpse.
Sure. Okay, well, we'll go with the Thraz thing.
Thraz thing is so much easier.
No
paperwork signed.
You just want the stress to be on Thraz instead of you guys. Of course. That is what you guys want.
That's a bold assumption. It's crazy that is correct out of pure happenstance.
He's driving the car. He can deal with some other adult stuff while babysitting us. So there you go.
Adult stuff. Oh my god.
Hey, I drive.
Well, it's a charm check.
He's supposed to be good at these.
Somebody spend a story point. I'm going to say this is probably... I'm going to say this is at least difficulty 3, and I'm going to make one of them red, because there's a potential that a charm like this could go badly. He's essentially trying to seduce somebody from the military.
Seduce me.
Okay.
Thought he was supposed to be good at
it's either that, or he's trying to give him a business proposition.
Sure.
And they're probably more seducible than they are corrupt.
Yeah, we'll see. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So... needle pulling thread. Let's say that he takes at least 1 stress. In fact, I might have him take 3 stress because he failed. But I will say that he did manage to get it. I will just say that... it took a little effort, and somebody else is going to need to take 2 stress to knock this guy out. Graz got him out of the building, but he started resisting, and once he started touching his ears, they were very sensitive.
Now Nali comes out from behind and he's like, "What are you doing? Who is this kid?" And then she just knocks him.
Perfect.
Okay. Nali, take 2 stress, but we'll say that this succeeded. It just was a very stressful minor job.
I was going to say, the other thing I was thinking of, the problem is that if you had thought of it, or I can't tell you it, Chris, because it would have been secret, is oh yeah, you succeed. And then partway through we find out that guy went and told all his guard buddies, hey, this weird cat tried to feel me up. Keep an eye out for a weird cat with dreadlocks.
Yeah. That could have been a good option too. Maybe it will still be one, thanks to your efforts. Maybe that would have been a despair, I think.
Yeah, that's actually probably true, yeah.
Alright, needless to say, Yara, you got that fabrication of that ear, just in case you needed to interface. So you put that ear prosthetic over, I guess, kind of hold it up to your little floppy SAR ears, and you're able to interface with the device. Cool. Nice. Let's have you enter the net.
Okay, so I have a talent Aether Sprite, which, if I'm trying to understand this correctly, once per encounter, if your character has access to a computer, they can computer network, they may use this talent to make an average computers check. If successful, they reduce the difficulty of all further computer skullduggery checks if you use or manipulate the system or link some systems by 1.
Okay. So
I use that
I'm
to
going.
basically.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I will let you make a difficulty 2 check, and if you succeed, the actual check will be a difficulty 3 instead of difficulty 4.
Yeah, that's the hope with this talent.
Yep. Yeah, you can totally do that. You are set to roll.
Cool.
Wow. All right.
I got a triumph.
You did get a triumph. You get into the system, and no one is the wiser. Cool. Well, sorry, you don't get into the system.
I made the system checks easier for now.
Yeah, you found an exploit that your Ether Sprite was able to copy, and it's able to give you some consistent protection from the outside. So now you can attempt to access the system, and it's going to be difficulty 3 instead.
Mm-hmm. And do I, does the Sarfang is only for ice walls and stuff, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I took some threat. This is just stressful, so there's strain or clock.
I'll say you take a strain and a setback.
Okay. I should get rid of that other icon. Oop. Alright.
Alright.
If that's the case, I'm in the system now. Am I able to manipulate the alert system, or do I have to wait a turn for that?
Well, your action was getting in, so we will have to wait a second. And the maneuver is just kind of you moving around the system anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah.
I'll just let people on the comps know. I'm in. I still have to do things.
All right. Now. Oh. Hello, everyone. We just got raided. Raiders. Welcome on in. We're at mid-heist. We're doing a sort of You Got Blades in the Dark in my Genesis RPG. TTRPG.
Square hole.
Pretty much. Yeah, the party's getting onto the interwebs. They are trying to falsify a chemical spill so that they can force the military to move an artifact out of their fortress so that they can make a swap with a fake. So, convoluted plan.
Nice and simple.
It's going down.
That's right, folks. For more smooth operation like this, tune in early, tune in often.
Thank you. And let's... Allie, actually, can you get a shout-out for DPRQ?
If I could do that, actually, I don't know if I can. Either way, go on with the game.
Yes, welcome on in, everybody, and thank you once again for the raid. Okay, you're in. You're into the computer network. I don't think anybody else needs to do much for setup, but maybe we could say, perhaps Gervault? Do you want to have maybe done some research as to the route that they will be taking when they move this thing off-site? It's SO.
I guess it's based
I guess that works.
You know, where the emergency hauling interests are. There can't be too many.
Yeah. So let's have you do I'm going to say an upgraded difficulty 4 check. And the reason for this is that it's classified.
Of course,
but because of your position, I'm giving you an upgrade.
Okay. What am I actually rolling, though?
You're right to ask. What is this roll? How would you like to try and come about this information? Via computers, via diplomacy, coercion, or something like that?
Probably coercion, like pulling rank.
Okay. You try and force it out of one of your inferior Letnev members.
Probably one of the guards. They're like, "Do you even know who I am?" Type of deal.
Yeah. You pull rank on somebody. So let's do coercion.
All right. Let me know when you're set up.
I'm set up, and you can, of course, add your Letnev, whatever your bonus is that makes you super condescending. Awesome.
Wow, we finally getting triumphs for once.
Yeah. Awesome. So that's a success, and you got a triumph.
I look at him like he's trash.
Yeah, do you want to eat this guy out while I figure out how to
I do not want to eat him out. I don't assume that way.
All right, chew him out. Okay, well, that's bad too. How do you want to yell at this guy?
Listen here, I'm trying to make sure that everything is up to code, and if you don't do what I say, your boss is gonna hear about this.
Awesome.
Thanks, Karen.
Okay. I'm gonna say that, I mean, this is kind of vital to the encounter. I think the triumph just stands that you not only find out the route, you figure out where the black site is, where they are storing some of these high-profile items, and where this thing is slated to move if it ever gets endangered. There's a black site in the hydro plant, another important area in Farouk. So that is where you're going to eventually be heading. There will be a descent downstairs into the depths of Arc Prime.
Oh boy.
All right. That's what you found out. Good job. Thrash Shepherd Nolly. Do you guys think you can do anything to prep for the swap?
We could try and acquire some outfits, some uniforms.
Could also try to acquire something of equal weight.
I think you have one. It's the fake one.
Or what about this? We can try and modify the car that we successfully carjacked to have like a false back in the rear that basically the other one is sitting behind. So when they throw it in, we do a swap over.
Okay, I'd say that's like a tinkering.
If we can manage to
check.
get it into our car, we will actually deliver it to the real location. It's just not going to be the right one when it shows up.
Nice. You're going to create a false back that you guys can quickly make the change. That sounds like a cool idea.
Trick.
You're gonna do a magic trick. All right. I'm gonna assume Nolly's gonna be the lead on this one. Shepard, do you want to assist?
I'll definitely assist. Being able to pick things up, that's what I do.
Yeah,
right.
Well, and we're like modifying a truck, so like Nolly has the mechanical knowledge. You help like move all the big metal plates and panels and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna call this difficulty 2 because not even really any risk of failure. It's just if it fails, you're gonna have to do it the manual way. All right, you are good to go on a
Mechanics?
Yes, mechanics, and I just applied your boost.
Sweet. Wow. Whoa!
This car is pretty rough. There's not a lot of space in here. It's mostly armor. You're gonna have to just do it manually, I guess. So you're gonna have to do the swap somewhere and maybe drop off the tower, like mid-transit or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or maybe we like throw a blanket over it.
Yeah,
and
throw
be
a blanket over it.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
What about
Either way,
your stealth tech? I don't know.
I think you're the one with stealth tech.
Falling.
I have the covert armor skin, but I don't think I'm large enough to drape myself over the tower.
I think it's literally you play this off as you put a blanket over it and say it's something else. This is really just a refrigerator, guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's that, or like Chris said, maybe we try and drop it off partway through the transit. We'll see.
Yeah. I guess I'll just ask one more story point from this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
But I'm not going to give you any strain or anything. I'm just going to say that you don't have that benefit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's enough for you guys. All right. I'm also going to... Actually, I have a thing that I can do. I can just increase the gas leak.
Stop that.
All right. That gas is going off at some point. And I guess it's not because of you guys, but just because of the dice. Fortune, as it were. Let's go to the Gridhold mainframe. Now, we're in the fucking net. Now,
I need to get to the alert system.
Indeed. I know that we're not really doing rounds, but I think that we should maybe do like 2 sets of rounds in here for Yara, because it kind of cinches on this. All right, Yara, where are you heading off to?
Alert system. I need to get this plan going. Also realize something, because I have knack for it, I think I get rid of that one setback dice.
Oh, because you got a setback. Yeah, you can remove that using your knack for it. Cool.
Yep.
Well, that's good. That is good. So I believe normally interfacing with this thing requires breaking ice requires a DC 2 check. So I think because of your ether sprite, that becomes a DC 1 check.
Yeah, I think that actually means I might be able to just do it. It still takes an action. You read what ether sprite says.
Well, it said decrease all future difficulties interfacing with the system, or is it just to enter the system?
Yeah, it's if successful, reduce difficulty of all future computer and skullduggery checks by 1 for the remainder of the counter. Anything. Think about if it's low enough, then it basically becomes a simple one. If this would reduce the check's difficulty to simple, the character can choose to succeed without making the check.
Okay, a simple check is a difficulty 0 check. This goes from difficulty 2 to difficulty 1.
Okay, so it's not simple. Alright, then yeah, I'll just roll for it.
Right. Well, let's go into the alert system, which has a normal firewall in front of it. It is a barrier type, which I believe can be affected by your SAR fangs. You can get +2 to the check on this.
Okay.
You're good to go.
Alright.
Alright. Massive success. It also...
I'll recover my strain.
Yeah, you can recover strain. And you
give
can...
a boost to the next person.
You can give a boost to the next person. I mean, I guess the next person could be you, but...
I'll hand it over to Sin. We'll just say Sin's got one in reserve.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Sin, maybe you're trying to find a evacuation route, perhaps?
For me and Yara?
Yeah.
That'd be helpful.
Yeah. Because eventually we're going to need to get out of here, and maybe we're the ones who are picking up the item once they drop it off.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, let's find an exit.
All right. So I'm going to have you make a perception check, and this will get Yara's boost, so it's not put to waste.
Okay.
So we'll make this an average check. Perception, you're good to go. Three advantages, but no success. How can we spend those advantages? You could get a strain back. I don't know if you have any. Yeah, you do.
I have a couple. Sure. Is there anything, I may not find an exit, but can I find something, something advantageous?
All right.
Is that one of the ways that we can spend that result?
Yeah. I'll say that you have noticed that there is a patrol of those Latnev enforcers and the Darter Hounds that is going by regularly. You're going to need to get past them if you make your exit. So that's what you noticed. You didn't find an exit, but at least you noticed that there's a danger along the way.
Okay,
let's
so
figure
they
out a way
won't
to get
surprise
past
us.
them.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. So you got past this firewall. So I'm going to put this down, Yara. You find another ice in the way. You can attempt to break through this one as well. Normally it would be on another round, but for now, you can try to break through it here.
Yeah. Alright,
So-
same thing applies. I get the +2 strength to it.
Yes, I'm going to spend a story point, though, and upgrade this.
Okay.
All right. You are good to go.
Here it goes. Doing pretty good.
4 strength. This is not a barrier, this is a sentry, so you actually do not succeed on this because you did not exceed their strength of 6.
No.
Okay, but you got 2 advantages. How do you want to spend those? You can... So, this isn't going to stop you from getting in the system. I can let
The
you
system
do...
just knows, right? Is what
Yeah.
happens.
You've been alerted by the system. Or that you've alerted the system. So I can just delete this. You can do an extra maneuver as an incidental this turn. Quick command. Or you could try to cover your tracks. That's another option.
I do another maneuver. Could I get to the... That means I could go to Black Alert, right? I could immediately just do that and set off the alarm? No. If I use Strain, I would be able to, right?
Yeah, if it's an incidental, it's like out of turn. You don't need to, like it doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah. So, I mean, this whole thing, we knew that it's going to kind of go south eventually, but so I think, yeah, I'd take some strain to just black alert, access the thing, and make it go. But use the quick command, yeah?
It doesn't take any strain.
Okay.
Like, you haven't done any maneuvers yet.
Okay, then yeah, I'd immediately go to black alert to be like, everybody evacuate!
All right. By chance, you have picked the correct alert to evacuate this specific situation. The gas
in what world is a black alert not a bad thing?
Well, it stands for classified status here.
Oh. Okay.
All right. However, you did fail to get through the sentry. You have alerted the system admin, so they are now on your trail.
Yep.
Sysadmin's popping a monster.
In a way. So let's perhaps change things up a bit, Yara.
All right.
Yara, you're my friend. You're my best friend. Okay?
I don't like this.
You see something pop up in the system. Using your neural interface, you see just like this text pop up that says intruder, visitor, question mark. They are a SAR. They are in our system.
That's what the thing's saying to me, is they are a SAR?
Yes.
Great. Can I try and, well... What does burn the subsystem do?
Burn a subsystem destroys it. You're attempting to break a system so that the system admin can't use it either.
I mean, this would be kind of devastating for the safety of this place, but could I do that?
It's potentially a thing you could do next turn.
I'm taking you fuckers down with me.
They can't turn off the warning.
You are getting traced by the system admin. So let's do a roll.
They got you pegged.
Okay. Digitally, at least.
I could have covered my tracks, but I wanted to get this thing going, the plan going as fast as possible.
Okay. I just need to remind because I made this system admin a few weeks ago. I need to remind myself what they do. Okay. All right. So, Yara.
Mm-hmm.
Since you failed the check, they get to do their special thing. Your visual interface is kind of plastered with the ones and zeros that manipulate themselves into the form of a face. It becomes sparkling and kind of more solid, almost as if it's rendering itself into view. This face appears in multiple places, surrounding you and looking at you, and you start to feel a pain in your head, and the face begins to speak to you.
I don't like that. Don't like that.
So, Yara.
Is it supposed to sound like we can hear it or no?
Is it supposed to scare the crap out of me?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that part I figured. I'm just making sure if we're supposed to hear words or not.
Oh, I don't think you need to necessarily understand words.
Okay.
Anyway.
Scarier now.
You have been enthralled by a L1Z1X Herald who has just allowed you to interface with the Lizix mind net forcibly. You take 2 strain. The rig has taken 1 step of damage. You must now reattempt to defeat the lnet.exe sentry, or else this will keep happening each round. Until... oh yes, you're brain interfaced, yes? You also take 2 wounds.
Oh no, it's basically backfrying.
You plugged yourself into a Borg cube accidentally.
Yes. Also... Oh, I forgot there's another bit of it too, huh?
God, what with the rules and such?
What with the rules and such? You take a critical injury as well.
Oh,
what the fuck?
If you take a 3rd critical injury, that 3rd critical injury is going to be the end is nigh.
To die.
It means that you will die the following round unless you are treated.
Okay, this is bad.
Yeah, your brain's gonna turn to mush, buddy.
This is why I like manual interfaces.
All right, let's roll for that crit injury, my friend. It's on the critical injuries tab.
Oh, okay, here I go.
Headringer. Curious.
Appropriate.
God freaking
Increase the
damn it.
difficulty of all intellect and cunning checks by 1 difficulty die until the end of the encounter. That's the worst one for this.
It's not like I'm doing
Well, at least
actual...
this won't spiral.
All right.
It's not a setback
Sin.
die, so I don't even have a thing for it.
Sin, you and everybody else heard that sort of crunchy noise of the strange interface on the system. I'm going to assume that Sin will at least be in range to assist if they can get there in time.
Yeah, I'm going to panic and skitter back to Yara as quickly as possible.
All right. You skitter back to Yara. Let's have you continue a stealth check. We're on black alert, so I'm going to say that it's difficulty 3, but there is a red die in there in the mix. There is a possibility that this could worsen you guys' situation.
Okay. Say 1.
You're good. Okay, 3 success. Good job. You sneak back to Yara. You get into the server room, popping out of a vent, and you can see Yara standing there. The like visor and the prosthetic ear that they're wearing are like they're emitting smoke, and they probably shouldn't be. The front of the visor, you just see like green and purple lights just streaming across their face. You're not sure if it's even possible to take them out of this thing while they're interfaced in this way. But at least you're here.
Can I?
So that's good.
Is there an emergency power shutoff in this room? Would it be red?
It might be. Next round, we will allow you to find that.
Okay.
So, let's have Yara. We get to increase the difficulty of all subsequent checks by 1. So, this is now difficulty 2, which was the normal one. And then I'm going to use a story point and upgrade it.
But I have to beat the sentry's 6 successes.
Yep.
Ugh. It's actually really hard to do.
It is.
And Sin couldn't give me a boost before I tried this check, right?
There's not really anything that they can do to help, I don't think.
Alright. Oh, my brain's gonna fry.
Yeah.
Alright.
And difficulty +1s means it's against a red and a purple now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's +1 purple. Gotcha.
I can't really do anything else to help this out. So ready to go?
Yep.
Just shy of it again.
Just shy of it again.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, you recover 1 strain.
And then despair.
You could also use that instead to give a boost to the next player, instead of recovering the strain.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Through gritted teeth, you shout, "Shut up, Switch! Shut the power!" Sin is able to hear this. Otherwise, you are going to take 2 strain, 2 wounds, and then another injury.
Another injury.
Yep. Crippled. Limb is crippled until healed or replaced.
Your brain is crippled.
My hand that's in the interface is like getting fried as well now.
I might even say that like the nerves have gotten like overloaded almost, so like one of your arms gets paralyzed until you can heal this injury.
It could also be like neuropathy and inability to sense pressure in the fingertips.
Yeah, whatever the hand that was doing one of the interfacings is pretty much useless. Chronic pain and issues and numbness and stuff.
That's true. It doesn't say that it's disabled completely. It does just say that it's more difficult to use it. So we'll say that it's like a partial thing. You're like pins and needles in your hand. Cool. You have one more round to succeed at this, or it could result in potential death.
But Sin can unplug this, right? That would help.
We'll see if they can find it. They do have a boost from you. However, somebody else has a turn. So we're going to have the L1Z1X Herald do a thing against you. They're going to do a computers versus computers check against you, and you're going to suffer 1 strain per success and 1 wound per success as well, because you're using the brain interface. All right, so what is your computers? I think it's 2 and 3 yellow.
Yeah, pretty much. 3 yellow and 2 green.
Got it. Okay, they are going to roll against you. Okay, they failed and got 3 despairs. Wow, what are the odds?
Does that benefit me?
The triumph also helps them a bit. So, I'm going to say that the triumph means that... What does it mean from hacking? I think they can get 1 successful trace on you. And then you could potentially hide your identity from them, at least. Which seems kind of hard. They already said you by name. But maybe you've locked them out of whatever greater network that they have, potentially.
A mind net, as it were.
A mind network, potentially, yeah. Alright. Yeah. In fact, actually, no. They have a special ability. Let's use it for this instead. Instead of a successful trace, they're going to spend their triumph to cause 1 piece of equipment to break and become unusable for the rest of the encounter. They're going to destroy your comm bead.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yara's line just goes silent all of a sudden to everybody else.
Yes. I will say that you have hidden yourself from them, though, so if they trace you, they can kick you out of the system, but they won't be able to, find you, potentially. They won't be able to find out where you're accessing their network from. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes the escape at least easier.
Awesome. All right. Sin, you have been pointed out where the shutdown, or that you need to shut it down, and that is an option for you. So I'm gonna have you make a average computers check with a boost from Yara.
Okay, and average is 2?
Average is difficulty 2.
Okay.
Success. You pull the shutdown. The black alert was able to be issued, but Yara has been kicked out of the system. Thankfully, before any major damage was done. Nothing bad happened at all.
See, as Yara falls, you can see one arm just isn't, it's protected instead in the way that, you can't move it type thing. Like, she braces with one arm, but the other one just kind of, hanging there. We gotta get out of here.
Is panicking and is like, I have the xenomedicum. Would that... What do I do? I can get you out of here.
I think we can focus on getting out of here. That's... The alarm's going off. We need to get to the thing.
Yara,
Yes.
It is possible to do a medicine check during the encounter if you'd like to try to heal one of those critical injuries.
See no downside. Like, you're not going to make yourself worse by failing it, so...
It just means you won't be able to try it again later in the week.
Yeah, that's the only sort of slight issue, since you usually want somebody who doesn't have the setbacks on them to do it.
Conversely, you already have an injury, so if you get shot at even once, there's a good chance that you're going to get insta-kill due to the stacking of the critical injury.
Yeah,
So.
I guess I should probably just use the medicum. That's fair. So what is it? It's medicine check, and I have to have... It's a difficulty 3 to get rid of the limb one, which would be the most relevant here.
Yes.
To get 3 successes against a difficulty 3.
Okay, I will set the
And
difficulty to 3.
I think I also get 2 setback dice because I'm doing it on myself, I believe. You see, how does there's a whole thing about medicine on yourself is the only issue there.
It's +2 difficulty if you're... Well, I think that's for healing wounds.
Okay.
But I think since you are doing it on yourself, I will apply 1 setback die for now.
Okay. How many story points we got left?
You got 3.
I'm going to use a story point as Dara just is trying to remember, okay, you've had carpal tunnel before a few times. This shouldn't be too bad. You know about your arm. Medicum can show you where you need to put things. Just going to try and roll for it.
And Sin, I'm assuming, is helping you, so I have applied a boost.
Okay. Trying to get my arm back. Whew.
That's a success.
All right.
Congratulations. And you recover 1 strain.
The thing, the YouTube tutorial, or the medical tutorial she's seen, she's like, yes, there you go. Okay, got it. Sin, I got my arm back.
It didn't look like it was missing, but let's get out of here.
I just start making weird little gestures like peace signs and piss and I can move my arm properly again.
That is very good. Okay. I can get us out of here quickly, if it would be useful.
Yeah, let's fund the next part of the plan.
Can I do ethereal awareness, or are we going to switch to someone else?
Well, I think things have finally been set in motion. We just need to make sure that gas leak goes off. It's running a little late, to be honest.
Oh, we didn't fail enough.
I know, right? Well, that's honestly a downside of not being able to control it. So they might not evacuate that thing yet. They just know that there's a classified alert going on. And there's not any way that you can get back into the system to reconfirm it. Not any safe way, anyway.
If there's a chemical reaction, can you smash it with a hammer to make...
I was gonna say, Sin can go back in the vent and start kicking it.
Sin might be the only one that could survive such a thing, potentially.
Yeah.
I guess it's technically harmless, but still, it's volatile.
Yeah, shake the soda can.
I was just about to say, yeah, Sin slithers into the vent, grabs it, and just starts shaking it.
Right. We're going to call this a coordination check to do it quickly.
I guess, can I help by just doing a science thing to just be I tell her exactly what it was used and everything and what she could do to possibly help it type thing?
I'll give them a boost because you told them to just smash it. That it's valid. We're going to call this difficulty 1 purple, 1 red. And if there's a despair, you might get spotted.
Okay. That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Roll it.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Oh no.
Did I find a way out?
I will say that your path is blocked. You weren't spotted, but your path is blocked by the patrol. So they are here. There we go. Right, there's 2 darter hounds and an enforcer that is coordinating the evacuation effort. Bureaucrats are standing up and getting out of their desks, while the enforcer is trying to get on comms and figure out what's going on. But they aren't moving, it seems. The darter hound is kind of sniffing the air. It seems like it can sense some of the chemicals.
Right. Can I plant rations in a different direction?
I have rations. I can chuck it, or I can chuck something to distract. I actually have a talent called distraction.
Oh.
But it's
like a combat one?
That's like it's a combat or a social encounter one, so it's not acceptable for this. Never mind.
Not acceptable. Well, you can still try and do something.
I mean, we have access to food. We know dogs like food. Could we do something?
We do
with
know dogs like
food.
I could also do ethereal awareness and become to try and suss out a alternative route to the thing.
That also sounds pretty relevant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that costs a story point. Sin, your the gas that is your form, your extra dimensional form, vents out of your armor, and it starts wisping out throughout the place. The hounds get visibly anxious and start barking, but they're not barking and pointing at anything. They just are aware of your presence, even on the slight level. It's mostly for flavor, but they are trying to calm down the dogs as you find a potential alternative route that leads around this area.
Yeah. The tension is escalating, and probably the security is becoming more tense. There's something environmental going on.
Yep. All right. You managed to find another way around, and then I'm going to say that you're able to break the container and start off the gas leak. It cost you a story point. It just took longer, and now they're on high alert. So, that's gone. All right. Things are in motion. Plan out what you're going to do. I'm going to refill my water real quick, so I'll BRB.
So, technically, they're going to move the thing, so all Sin and I got to do is focus on getting out of here. And y'all just have to we got to track the package to make sure it gets swapped.
I think for the most part, yeah. You guys can get out, and then if you successfully get out and you want to still continue helping, I suppose you can try and remotely track or support. But yeah.
You could let us know wherever, we'll get to a vehicle rental and get to wherever the hell, you guys dump it off.
Yeah, if you guys actually successfully get out, maybe you can help set up we drive over, park, swap out, and then keep driving.
Exactly.
You could help set up that. Yeah.
Ah, sweet water. I'm back. All right. The gas goes off. Chemicals start spilling out of the vents near the vault. The enforcer suddenly gets on comms. We have an emergency! Emergency! We need to get this thing out of here. Priority 1. Prep the black site. And things are set in motion. Sin at least can relay this. Yara's comm bead is now nothing but a blackened grape.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're alive! Yay!
You're alive, yay!
You're technically alive.
Yes. All right.
That's not an accomplishment. So are we. Go on.
Yeah.
So things are set in motion. They start moving the tower out, and it takes them a while to get it into the car, and they get some people on it. Looks like it is surrounded by a few jeeps that are flanking the vehicle, and it's going to head out into the streets. We can start this now, I think. Let's go with a map. All right. We'll try and get you guys where things are. You get eyes on the vehicle and its entourage. Okay, we will assume that Sin and Yara are outside of this combat. Well, it's not necessarily combat. I'm just, getting a map set for everybody.
Encounter.
Yeah, the encounter. And then we'll put Gervalt and Zaldenrock in the strategic range distance, which is technically not a passable boundary or anything. And let's get another hauler for you guys. Hooray. Nolly driving. Baby. Shepard as the loading droid. Raz as the sweet talker. Alright. This vehicle heads out into the streets with its little group of people. How do you guys want to approach this situation?
Well,
Hopefully
I think
in a car.
that's correct.
We're in a vehicle.
I think given the existing plan, we would try to like pull up side by side and do like a hand signal to them, like pull over kind of a thing.
Okay.
Because the idea is we're trying to pose like, oh yeah, like we're supposed to do this, blah, 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 all that jazz.
All right. Let's have Thraz do that check. I think he's probably the best one to do it. I assume.
Yeah, I think so. He'd certainly be leading this, I think.
Yeah. Let's do a deception check. And we will do it against the pilot, I guess. I guess it's technically kind of contested to the field commander who's in charge of this little convoy. I'm going to have you have Thraz kind of oppose them.
Oh boy, 3 adversaries and 8 normal enemies.
Well, 8 minions.
Yeah, normal enemies.
Normal enemies. Yep, normal enemies.
I'm mainly concerned with the 3 adversaries.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Thankfully, one of them is in charge of the rest. So hopefully things don't go too far south. All right, this is going to be against their leadership, I think. This is going to be pretty difficult. Upgraded once, and then we do deception. Maybe we can have Nolly do a boost. Does that sound good?
That makes sense. Yeah.
You want to spend a story point on this?
Yeah, why not? This is pretty important. We'll have 1 in the bank. Let's spend it.
All right. Can you check that off? I will apply the upgrade. Let's do a deception check and hope that things go off without a hitch.
At least they start without a hitch.
Hey, that's a success.
Mm-hmm.
And Thraz can get rid of one of his stress from that last job that he did immediately before this. Flashbacks. All right. So that's cool. The vehicle pulls over, and the field commander gives the command, "Fine, pull over. We need to find out what's going on." All right. They find an off tunnel, like we'll say an auxiliary tunnel that's meant for like a breakdown lane kind of. It's for now abandoned, but it's like right next to the speeding highway in Farouk.
Bypass lane.
It's bypass lane. What happened to my lips?
Words stopped.
Bypass lane.
The bypass lane is crazy.
Okay, keep moving.
Sorry. So, the commander is going to get off their Rambler and walk over here to find out what's going on. The driver, we'll say at least one of the drivers gets out here to find out what's going on. They head up to the side of the vehicle and pound on the door. "What's the meaning of this? We are on a mission to move this payload to a secure site. What do you guys want? Why are you a Hakan?" Shit. I'm role-playing with myself.
Yep, just roll dice.
My master stroke finally realized.
I hate you people. Why don't any of you take social skills?
I'm learning them from Thraz. Shepard can negotiate.
I want to talk to peasants.
I was the party face last campaign. Someone else has to do it.
Thraz rolls his eyes at the field commander and then glances back at Nolly and kind of gets a strained look, like, I hope this works. And then looks back to the field commander lazily and says, "Listen, I don't think that anyone is going to argue with a member of the Sim Fen, do you?" Her visored gaze kind of like drops a little bit. She's not sure if she believes that he's a member of essentially the Letnev's secret service, who don't legally exist. Gervald knows about them. Anyway, this is another deception check. Let's try that. This is a bigger, bolder-faced lie. Do you guys want to apply a boost to this?
The only boost I can think of is just jumping out of the truck and going beating up their truck so it can't move, and then we leave.
That's maybe a pivot.
See, that's why I'm like, there's no word.
I'm asking if there's a story point or an assist.
I was gonna say Shepard could potentially assist if, like, Thraz says, "I'm a member of the Sim Fen," and then he like nods over and just a very intimidating looking Titan just steps out of the back and sort of crosses their arms.
I mean, that could be a boost.
Yeah.
Sure, let's go give a boost.
It's one step before me ripping off a tire.
Do you want to spend your last story point on this?
I feel like we should save the story point for the Hail Mary if we need to fix this.
Okay.
But that's anyone feel free to correct me on that.
Yeah. The only reason I'm asking is because Thraz is making these rolls. So I don't want to just steal one from you. Is your last one after all.
Wow.
Okay. Well, if there's no protest, then I'll use a story point and I'll upgrade the difficulty of this check.
Hey, we get our story point back. Yay.
Yeah, you got an extra one, kind of. Anyway.
I'm gonna hurt you.
I'm gonna fucking hurt you.
Oh no!
A despair.
Man, he rolled really terribly, though. It wasn't even like they cancel each other out.
Okay, well, we'll take Shepard out of the vehicle, and the field commander says, "I'm going to need some identification." Of course. And here's where I might suggest spending a story point to see if he tried to prep this sort of thing.
We did say we're gonna go get like outfits and stuff.
I mean, yeah, we could flash back to a forged ID card.
Yeah.
We can do that pretty easily at this point.
Yeah.
But you guys already done that before too.
I'll say it costs a story point. I'm also going to give you guys a boost on this anyway. I forgot that you guys have like this vehicle, like that you won.
We look like we're driving a Letnev. Yeah, like we look like we belong to the Letnev.
Yeah, at least you belong to the military. This is mostly to see if you can pretend to be the Secret Service. We'll give a boost to this. We will. It's gonna be very. I'd say it's fucking.
Is it Secret Service versus like normal like soldiers?
Like
or are they
this,
also Secret Service?
No, it's like saying you're part of like the NSA instead of
yes.
Like
it's
just
you're saying
a cop.
Like, yeah, this person comes out and says, "This is official military business." Thraz just whipped out a thing and said, "I'm CIA. Move over."
Yeah.
Almost literally, he said, "I'm the Tal Shiar." Is the
I
stupid
feel like
Star
it's gonna be
Trek
one of those
parallel.
things where you go, "You don't have clearance to look at my identification."
Yeah, and the person has to believe it, which that guy didn't.
Yeah, that was the first try. So I'm going to say that this is a daunting check, which is difficulty 5, and I'm going to say there's a red in the mix there. This is probably going to be a skullduggery check, I'm going to assume. Yeah, I'm going to assume it's a skullduggery check because he would need to get this Ooh, or streetwise. I think streetwise might be even better because he has more ranks than that, thanks to some level ups. All right, let's try this.
Ooh!
Success and a triumph.
There you go.
Whew.
He can be stressed out as much as we want.
Sure. He takes on 1 stress, and I will say that the next person that rolls has a setback die. I don't know who it's gonna be, but I'm gonna apply it in the GM roll. All right, Thraz whips out an ID. He's sweating wherever Hakon's sweat, and his thumb is
his ears.
It's from his ears, and his thumb is like covering a mistake that was made on the ID as he like holds it out to the commander. They look it up and down. All right, we're stopping. What is your command? What is the word from the Baron? Raz kind of looks at Nolly and goes, "Oh, shit.
Load it into our thing. Load it into our I can't say anything. I can't say anything. I'm not there.
Would my character know at all?
Your character would probably be able to respond and apply like some sort of like official, commentary on this.
Okay.
I mean, you could call it like a double fake out sort of thing, so that it's extra secure.
Okay. So you know how like there are words for like code for word for like some certain kind of like maneuvers and such. I'm going to basically do the military talk for rapid evacuation.
Oh no, yeah. Wait, basically, like you can over the comm like say to Nolly, like, "Hey, Nolly, I need you to put the radio in your car on speaker right now," and then she'll like hold the button, and you say like, "Oh, rapid evacuate, swap the target to second, blah blah blah," like all that stuff. Yeah.
Love it.
Love it. Also, we just got a bunch of like people, so a bunch of bots rather in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I just put on shield mode. I assume it's like it would be perpetual if it kept going. So apologies to anyone trying to currently chat. All right. So Gervalt, you're going to coach Thraz through this. What were you going to say? Sorry, I was watching this unfold. Oh, he's going to be right back.
Well, I was just gonna mostly just talk about just use military code for like rapid evacuation, transporting of goods and things like that.
Awesome. I will say that your unique situation, this is going to apply an upgrade instead of a boost.
Okay.
Because you have unique insights to this. Still going to be a setback added to the next roll. Let's do it.
Do it.
This is going to be leadership, which Raz is not the best at. Wonder, I will give the option instead. Gervalt, do you want to do this role?
Yeah, I was about to say can I go like I see you, Commander, and I see the time, and it appears that there's a delay in the schedule. With the Union afoot, we do need to get this done appropriately and expedite it. You do understand, correct?
All right. You will do this role instead, and Thraz will be kind of assisting you in a way. Mostly because he's an NPC and I'd like other players to roll. All right.
Okay.
Do a leadership.
All right.
Full rank on this fool through your hat puppet. That is a success. You take on 1 strain from leading Thraz through this. He's difficult to deal with. Congrations. They are okay with the swap. It goes off for now without a hitch. All right. Swap hasn't gone on without a hitch. Has it? So they've stopped here, right?
That's correct.
Right. Hold on, what did you tell them to do?
Evacuate.
Evacuate. Okay, so they're just leaving?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They're gonna evacuate. That sounds good. The combat pilot is going to, I guess, get into one of these other vehicles and leave as well. And they're gone.
I'm pretty sure the whole point is that, like, we're just taking their place as their vehicle. We're gonna be what they put the Letnev, like, monument into.
Well, but we still need to make sure that the fake one makes it to the place where the right one is supposed to go. Otherwise, they'll immediately realize that it was stolen. So we now have to drive 2 cars.
Or you could have said, take this vehicle and leave, and we take your vehicle.
That's what I thought the original plan was to tell them, do the swap over,
because
etc.
if we already have the thing in ours, be like, take it. Go bring it to where it's supposed to go.
I mean, I feel like regardless of the specific words that were used, we all knew that was the plan and what was supposed to be communicated.
Yeah. I'm just, like, curious because if you didn't tell these people to leave and just said, we have orders to swap this thing, then there are many witnesses that just saw this happen, potentially. So word could get out. Is that fine? Or do you just want to tell them to leave, in which case that might end up being suspicious if that makes it up the line and you could be in trouble quicker?
Well, yeah, it's like, so if there's witnesses and we do the swap over, that only becomes a problem, 2 or 3 weeks or however long it takes later for them to find out it's fake.
Okay.
That's when we get in trouble for that plan.
Okay. So you're okay. You guys are okay with that?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that.
I think that's fine because we knew if we swap it over, they're eventually going to find out it's fake anyway. We just need enough time to get it off the planet.
Okay. So they're still here. You command them to do the swap. So they're going to swap out the 2 things with the help of your android. Well, your Titan, but to them, an android. They get back in the vehicle, and I guess they're good to go. They kind of give a couple honks, and they're okay.
Follow protocols.
Yeah.
Following protocols.
Just hoping they don't have photographic memories.
Yeah, kind of. At least they might be able to distinguish, like, species, but we'll see.
Yeah.
If only there were other Titans and other...
Too bad. A Yordi and a Titan and a Hakan have never been friends before.
All right. They head off. You guys have the real artifact in tow.
All right.
It sounds like this succeeded.
Yeah,
You
you
just
gotta, you guys need to get to the ship. Like,
Yeah.
you guys need to reroute and get to the ship.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we need to get to the ship and
Me and Sin just need to get out of the building.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because they now have the fake and they are driving to the standard destination.
Yep. All right.
We don't even need to call in our friends. At least possibly, maybe when we have to leave the planet. Because
I mean, we'll see how driving back to the ship, I guess, goes. But yeah.
Yeah. Remember, we still have possible people to shake, so we'll see how that goes. If we need backup.
All right. So, you guys start heading back. You need to get to the ship and get off world as quickly as possible. You have the payload, the goods, as it were, as my brain combined them in my head.
It's a good pay.
We're hoping it pays good.
Yeah.
It pays? Good.
When it pays, that's good.
Is there any story? We don't have any story points left right now, right?
You do have some. I just need to
2.
set up a new encounter. So I'm gonna say that as you guys are heading back, it's kind of a tense moment. Yara and Sin have managed to creep their ways out of Gridhold slower than usual. Gervalt and Zaldenrock are keeping an eye on your transport just in case to ensure that you get to your destination before they actually break off. But otherwise, everything seems to be going on without a hitch. However, a few mono rides, aka motorcycles, like hovering motorcycles, start to kind of flank you guys. Looks like they came on from two like byways. These don't appear to be military at all. These appear to be members of the Cobalt Fang. Yeah. They knew exactly what you guys were doing. They helped set things up, but they also are going to help break things down.
It's a double cross!
It's a double cross! It's a double cross! All right.
We were supposed to do that, not them.
No, it's okay when we do it to them. All right. I just need to do a little setup because this was not expected.
Is this considered a separate scene?
I'm going to say this is the same encounter.
I'm still all congealed. Well, it is important because then I'd still have my disadvantage on intellect stuff.
I'm still congealed.
I'll say that the heist isn't over yet, so we'll say that this is the same encounter.
Yeah, makes sense.
But you guys succeeded. It's going to be at least a less potentially risky encounter.
Out of curiosity, does that mean Headringer just goes away after this encounter? Does it stay as a critical injury?
I think
all critical injuries
stays as a critical injury.
Critical injuries stay until they are healed.
But I think the effect.
Okay.
What is the effect?
It lasts until the end of the encounter. Increase all intellect and cunning checks by 1.
It still counts as you have a critical injury and needs to be healed.
Yeah.
But its effect will go away. But it will count if you roll another critical injury. It adds 10 to the D100 roll in the background.
Oh, so that's why it's important. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's things other than the effect that are important about critical injuries.
It stacks.
All right. We got him. Now, let's roll for some initiative. And this is probably going to either bring us to the end of the session or it's going to carry over to another session. We'll find out soon enough.
This is a surprise.
Yeah, it is.
So, if unexpected, so it's vigilance.
Yes.
Is everyone rolling now?
Yeah. They're going to roll cool. You guys are going to roll vigilance. Oh, shit. God damn it. I always do this. I'm going to take off all the difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to remove all these.
We didn't have difficulties. Only you had difficulties.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We went to the initiative.
Well, I deleted a bunch of them, so just do it again.
Okay.
I forgot. Where's initiative located again?
It's
Weapons,
at
talents, and powers.
Yep.
Why is my initiative?
I don't like my roll.
Weapons,
I
talents,
like
and
my
powers.
first roll better.
Okay, there we go. We said this was vigilance?
Yep.
That's correct.
For you guys, yeah.
I got the exact same roll.
That's nice.
All right, and I'm going to include Gervalt and Zaldenrock on this, but I don't think Sin and Yara will be able to necessarily assist.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, speaking of Zaldenrock, he was our point man. Would he have seen this coming so that we could roll cool instead of vigilance?
You know what? I think that sounds
It
reasonable.
was my job
that's
to
worth
make
a roll.
sure
You're sleeping on the job, old
none of
man.
this happened.
One more time. Reset, everyone. Reset.
Yeah. So let's see if you succeed first. See if we need to reset.
Okay.
And
That's fair.
if you succeed, we will redo initiative, and I'm gonna let everybody augment
Choose.
it by 1. Or well, no, not choose. Okay, let's say
yeah,
Or-
that's fine. What am I rolling?
this is gonna be perception.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's difficulty 3.
Yeah, that's
Did I win?
You perceive?
You did. You take on 1 stress, I will say. But
Fair
everybody, if you would like to re-roll, you may roll vigil. What is it?
Cool.
Cool instead.
Yeah.
What if we don't
Cool.
want to?
I'll let you stand. If
Yeah.
you're re-rolling it, I will get rid of the lowest one.
Better vigilance than cool anyway.
Yeah, it's better.
I'm not re-rolling anything.
Okay.
I'm not rerolling.
3-1. I'm taking that.
Definitely re-rolling.
All right. So you guys have re-rolled. going to get rid of the lowest 2 PC rolls. CMC. Okay, cool. We're good.
Yay!
Combat breaks out. Let's do...
So would you say me and Sin and Yard have at least a turn to get there type thing? We're not going to be part of it yet.
I'm going to say that there's not much that you guys can do. You would need to, like, catch up to them and also, like, get vehicles and also get out of grid hold while this is all happening. We could roll for you guys, but all that might do is create a new encounter on the side.
That's fair. We could probably say we probably found some sort of backup thing, like a motor spike we stashed somewhere. But yeah, it would take a while for us to come.
Or just take a taxi to the airport.
Call an Uber. Using one of Yara's many fake online identities.
Right.
Like, hey, what are you guys doing here? We're tourists.
I wanted to see the mushrooms.
So, are you guys in? You guys are in the initiative, right? Though.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, then we'll still apply. We'll see what you can do. We'll see if there's another encounter that ends up happening. I just need to roll for grass. All right.
I'm here too.
Yeah, I forget about him all the time. All right, first PC turn. Who wants it? I'm gonna assume Nolly.
Either Nolly or me, because I would love to be able to try and reach out of the back of this truck and grab one of them.
And I'm gonna set your default speeds at 1.
Yeah, I had the truck's character sheet open just to check that, so sweet. Yeah, I mean, if you want to try and reach out at these guys, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna be slamming the pedal to the metal, so I'm trying to put distance. So is your plan to just speed
and just get ahead of them?
Yeah, my plan is to put distance between us and them. So if you're trying to do something short range, then I would say you should probably go first.
Okay, yeah, because the idea would be they can't chase us if there's no wheels underneath them.
Can't chase us if they can't find us.
Can't chase us if I grab one of their bodies and toss it to the rest of the highway.
I mean, yeah.
Or Rock snipes them.
If you hurt them and they die, then yes, they will stop chasing you.
Yeah! Death. Ultimate crowd control. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'll swing open the back door and I'll try and grab whoever's closest.
Alright, you swing open the back door. Cool. Shepard takes the first turn, and I guess they need to kind of be engaged with you if you want that to happen. They're, like, currently in short range.
I could just shoot one then.
Yeah, why don't you use the other gun that I gave you?
Yeah, you're a pacifist, and motorcycle accidents have never killed anybody.
Right.
I shot the motorcycle, which consequently the motorcycle then killed the guy.
Yes.
Guns don't kill people. Motorcycles tearing into the highway kill people.
Yeah. We're all immune to bullets, and it's a miracle.
And it's a miracle.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess this is going to be a short-range attack on the vehicle. It has no armor, so it doesn't buff this thing at all. So just difficulty 1. You're good to go. A triumph and a success. All right. What's the weapon damage on your weapon?
Let me open it.
If you
weapon damage is 4. Yeah, I didn't roll from.
Yeah. Cool. So that's gonna deal 4 to this thing.
Would that help?
It does. It does. So, it doesn't have any armor to pierce, and you didn't deal enough damage for this to be, like, vehicle damage, which is, like, 10 per 1. So, I'm gonna say with the Triumph, you can do something vital in the encounter, like shut down one of these motorcycles. Does that sound good?
I mean, yeah. Considering 4 is not going to disable one on its own.
Yeah. I'm going to say that you shut down one of the motorcycles. Its speed is going to keep decreasing until they can get it back online. But which one were you shooting at? One behind you, I guess?
Yeah.
Alright. We'll say that this guy's bike is broked. We'll say it's, what is it? Acceleration. Cool. This guy's acceleration is gone.
Great. I close the door.
That will take you 2 strain.
I will strain.
Yep. 1 maneuver to open it, 1 maneuver to close it. Makes sense. You close the door as a few shots ring into the vehicle. We'll say that. How are they going to do this? I guess we'll have this guy maneuver and engage with your vehicle. And then he's going to hop off, which is going to require a check, because I think that's dangerous. Let's call it coordination. It seems like a coordination thing. They have agility 3. We'll say it's difficulty 2 for now. Ooh. They only get 1 advantage, but they didn't get any fails or success. I'm going to say that they are just still engaged with you. They couldn't find an opportunity to jump, and they will take 1 strain. Ugh. The vehicle pulls away at the last second, and they kind of falter a little bit. They're here. Next PC turn, who wants it?
I think Nolly will go.
Yes.
All right.
We will. Let's do maneuver, accelerate, and accelerate 2 up to max speed of 3. So the truck takes. Which one is which?
Also, thank you. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is this 1 of 8? Yeah. Okay. So it takes 1 system strain because it increased 2 speed up to 3. And then we will do reposition. I think, right? That's the equivalent of moving? Is that correct?
I believe it just automatically moves at the start of the turn.
Even better.
Nice.
Okay. So we moved. So it was started at speed 1. So.
Yeah. So I don't think it got out of range yet. But
okay.
Next turn you will be a high enough speed to get some distance. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Awesome.
And then I think what we will do is use her action to probably just do a second mover and do evade. So upgrade the difficulty of all incoming attacks made against the vehicle.
All right.
Until my next turn.
I will put this on the vehicle. Try and remind me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I think I am going to leave it at that. No action, I don't think. I don't think I need to do that yet.
All right. Then pass your turn.
Yep.
Who wants the next PC turn? I guess Thraz could probably take it since he's here.
Yeah, let's just get the by geographical locations first.
Yeah. Well, this is a little stupid. Let's see if he can. Yeah. He's going to use counteroffer. Once per session, he's going to use this talent to choose a non-nemesis adversary in medium range and make a negotiation versus discipline check. On a success, they're staggered. On a triumph, they become an ally until the end of the encounter.
Nice.
So
he's just shouting at the window, "You want $20?
You want to make an easy 100, Ore? I know that the make sure
20,000. So
yeah, exactly.
I hope this works. I do. Action agent discipline. I need to find. They don't have it. Discipline is willpower, so that's 2. Ooh, this could work. Undisciplined swine. Okay, Raz, what is your negotiation? It's on another page. Of course it is. I should just print him out at some point instead of reading all this. Okay. Okay, that's a success. No triumphs. And he can heal a stress. One of the cobalt muscles like fires a blast up at the vehicle, and he ducks underneath. Think about it! And I'm gonna say this agent is staggered until the next turn, because that's what the effect does if they don't, mind control them. Right, he can't use actions next round. Thraz is done. I think. Yep. Next PC turn. Who wants this one? Gervalt or Zoldenrock?
Zoldenrock is the one with the long gun, so he should shoot first.
Yeah, I think all bets are off at this point. No sense in secrecy. He might be muted. Or he might be
I thought
AFK.
I clicked the... Alright, which one is the... the bike that Shepard already took out?
The one in the back.
Okay, I'll take out this front one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to aim for a wheel.
Yeah, I'm gonna count you at extreme range, because
Alright.
Why not? So that's gonna be
I-
it's gonna be difficulty 5.
And I do have a mag scope on my beam rifle now, which I'm using.
What does that do? Difficulty of range combat checks made with this weapon at long and extreme range by 1. Okay, so it's difficulty 4 instead of 5.
Yeah, and I'm going to be doing maneuver, aim.
Okay, so that's
Before
1 boost. You can
Yep.
boost again if you take 2 stress.
I mean, at this point, might as well.
Yeah, you're not gonna get attacked from here, right?
Say, but I don't think so. And then I'm just going to go for the wheel of the motorcycle.
Okay, keep in mind that that you will need to do at least 10 damage to deal a hit point of damage to it.
Really?
It's
Yes.
easier to shoot the dudes.
Is it?
Yep.
Thought.
Well, it's easier to damage the dudes. You might precisely hit the motorcycle, but you just hit a piece of metal.
Right. Alright, well, I'll hit the dude then.
All right,
I
let me
do a
just check.
pierce.
Yeah, let me just check if they have defense. They don't have any defense, so you'll ignore their soak. That's what pierce does. You're good to go.
Jesus.
The laser fires through the glass that kind of protects these tunnels, but otherwise it doesn't do much to damage the person. Can you get a bonus here? How do you want to spend this advantage?
Oh wait, it's critical. Oh wait, you have to hit. Never mind. Can I do?
You could disable their gear instead of dealing damage.
I feel like you'd have to hit for that.
Yeah.
You can use that.
I feel like that's
You
a
could force the
replacement
target to drop a weapon they're holding.
Yeah, do that.
Well,
I don't know if they have a
Seems
weapon
pretty good.
they're holding, but
I'm
yeah.
going to count them as one minion group when they're shooting with their guns for this guy. I'll put a...
What do you mean you dropped it? I don't know, I just dropped it.
I don't know, there was a big flash of light.
Listen, I was nervous. My hands were sweaty.
Mom
He's
spaghetti?
weak.
I can't
Mom's
hear you.
Alright.
All right,
And
that's
then
your
that's
turn.
it,
'Cause-
yeah.
Yeah, 2 maneuvers and whatnot.
Yep.
Awesome. NPC turn. We might as well have those guys go before I forget. Let's have them stay at this range. They pull up. They're going to increase their speed. So they're going to go to 3. Oh, they can't spend strain, actually. They're only going to go to 2. Wait. Their vehicle can take strain. I'm dumb. So they're going to accelerate. Their vehicle takes 1 of its 2 strain. Or 1 of its 4 strain. so they can maintain speed with Nolly. And then they're going to shoot at Thraz, because he's just the side of the vehicle that they're on. Okay, they're going to count as minion group size 1 beam pistol. 1 threat. They take a damage. Keep this thing steady, you idiot! Alright. Next PC turn.
Okay, let me go, but I'm thinking I should just leave because I can't contribute like militarily, so I think I'm just gonna like just try to get okay, if I tell Zoldenrock to leave, will Zoldenrock leave with me? Asking Shane.
It sounds like he can still provide cover fire.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more useful here.
But okay, because I'm thinking like, okay, you know what? In that case, I'm just going to provide navigation. How about that? So I will just do an assist to whoever's going next, get a boost. I think I'm just gonna go look up maps and go like and tell them like how to navigate around things.
Do you want to try and lead them into a traffic jam so that they can get off their vehicles?
No, because they're in the truck or they're being chased by motorcycles. Motorcycles will have an advantage in the traffic jam.
All right. Then I suppose you can provide boosts to somebody who, I guess, Nolly?
I guess if I want to do anything, okay, they are on wheeled motorcycles and they're surrounding. I feel like the best advantage is if I take them through narrow pathways that doesn't have too many turns, that way all the motorcycles are funneled to the behind.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the best thing I can do.
Okay, that sounds like a cool narrative thing that you can do. Let's, instead of just giving Nolly a boost, let's perhaps do an actual roll.
Yes.
Man, what kind
Whatever
of
you want to roll.
What kind of roll can we do with this? I guess it would be some kind of knowledge roll.
That's what I was just about to say. Yeah, like knowledge of the street system of the planet.
Yeah, or if we take it literally, streetwise. But that's stupid. I might also count survival, but I think knowledge might be better for you, so intellect.
Both are the same to me. So
Yeah. Ooh, even lore. 'Cause we'll do knowledge lore
okay.
of the street
it's
layout.
pretty low. I'm going to spend a story point.
All right, I'll apply an upgrade. You are good to go.
Okay. In that case.
Ooh,
Okay.
I think you've accomplished your goal. Take a stress as you quickly scan the streets. And I'm just going to say that speed probably doesn't matter at this point. I'm going to reorient everybody so that they're all behind you now.
All right. Sounds good.
We'll see how long this lasts. But for now, they're all like locked in behind you. All right. Maneuver to assist Nolly.
Yep.
All right. You can click on Nolly and do the assist action or maneuver from the buttons.
Okay. Maneuver. Where's? Is it the blue?
Assist over on the right
Yeah,
side.
there should just be a
M assist.
macro that says M assist.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Nice.
Major mojo. Love it. All right, and then you can end your turn.
Okay.
There's 2 more PCs left. So who wants it? Sin or Yara?
I can only give a boost to Sin because I don't even have a comp beat.
Well, I mean, technically, I have a comm bead from the Cobalt Fang, so I have an extra one. So I could just sort of hand that over to you.
Hey, that works.
Oh, that kind of works, yeah.
Okay. I suppose Sin is just going to contact the commander and say, Cobalt, we're clear of the fortress. We're going to make our way back to the ship, unless there's something else you would like us to do.
Okay, once you're on the ship, I want you to prep the pod, this escape pod with the message saying that it's from the Union, and then that should be it.
Oh.
Prep a message that says it's from the Union.
What?
No, you remember the escape pod that we stuffed full of explosives?
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yes,
my god, so did
to,
I.
Yes, he's saying to put a message, congratulations, from the Union into that escape pod.
Okay,
Cool
fabulous.
beans. I love this for us.
Okay.
Very salty.
What a great payoff.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, that's what Sin is going to be doing. And he's going to do it in red paint because he's very excited.
All right. Sin acknowledges, but
Sin's
hasn't
like
really hasn't really taken a turn yet. I am instead going to say by a story point that a Letnev officer finds you guys in one of the hallways.
But wait, where are we?
You are just on the outskirts. You're outside of the pylon, but you are like heading towards the exit. Everybody's evacuating, so you guys are like just evacuating with them and trying to keep your heads low so that nobody notices you aren't Letnev. One heavy enforcer like sees you guys and immediately puts its gun up at you and says, "SAR identified. They will be exterminated and added to the net." This is a Letnev officer saying this, and he's going to add himself to the initiative.
Oh.
That's fine.
Can Sin attack?
Yeah, it's your turn.
You're a bioman.
Okay, he's going to be very protective, so hold on. It's been a while since I've done this, so...
So are we technically engaged?
No, I'll say that you're at medium range.
Okay.
Can we put you in this? Just do this. Whatever.
Okay, so medium range is 1 or 2 away?
2 spaces away.
Okay. So can I maneuver, attack?
Absolutely. We'll move 1. Now you're in short range, then you spend another maneuver to engage. So you turn on the speed, take some stress in the process, but you rush in. Maybe we'll get to see one of our patented Sin sneaks.
I'm hoping. Skills.
If it goes right, we won't see. Haha.
Oh, I shouldn't have upgraded that.
I found a different talent thing that I could buy that allows me to use my agility instead of cunning. So.
I know, but I had applied an upgrade by accident. Can you just reroll?
Okay. Oh wait, yeah. Where the hell did that green come from?
Hold on a second. Of course. Okay,
Yeah,
I was
that's
just checking their defense. They don't have any defense, so I didn't need to apply any boosts. But that is four additional damage. What's the weapon damage?
Okay, hold on. It is breach. So if he has any armor, it's breach 1. And hold on. May I please? Is there a story point for me to burn?
Yeah.
Okay. I will burn a story point and use Lucky Strike so I can add 4 to that. And sorry, hold on. I'm scrolling frantically. So damage 3, crit 4. What does the triumph do?
Well, it can automatically inflict a critical injury, or you can spend it for something else.
Let's double check.
I will give you a potential option that you can use for the do something vital in the encounter.
What is the option?
I'm not going to tell you.
Motherfucker. Okay. My inclination is to know something vital, so I'm curious.
You can't just say no when I do that. You know that.
You're feeding him.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
He knows.
Allie, hurt him.
No, because that's my weakness too.
Yes, she likes hurting me.
Oh, no.
All right. So, I don't know what your abilities do, so you'll have to enlighten me.
Okay, so, hold on. Let me see if I can click on the thing. Maybe that'll work. No, it does not. Okay, so damage 3. From the Cruise Astral Lance. Breach 1. And
So is it breach 1 or is it pierce? Because breach is to ignore vehicle armor.
It's any armor. It's not just vehicle armor.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Yeah. It's vehicle and any kind of armor. I think breach is supposed to be better than pierce. That's why it's so rare.
I understand. I probably wrote it down wrong.
It's the can opener.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll go through.
Internal organs of an opponent, or in some cases, breach the exterior of lightly armored vehicles.
Okay. So there's 3 damage. There's 4 damage from the successes, right?
Yes.
And then how much is the damage of the weapon?
4.
Okay, so it's 4 and 4 and 3. That's 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 damage to him. All right. He takes a very strong wound. He's also going to... You're going to take 1 stress, I'll say. Strain from the threat.
Okay.
He's still alive, and he's screaming in pain. There's something kind of melancholy in his voice. He starts screaming and goes, Please, I don't want to keep doing this. Stop! And then he relaxes. He suddenly is flooded with endorphins, and he just drops limp.
Is he dead?
No, he is just chilling, dude. He looks up at the sky and he goes, Yes, I will serve faithfully. I'll keep serving faithfully. I will keep serve. Sin, you notice that he has a strange protrusion in his head. It looks like he has some kind of mechanical implant, neural in origin.
Oh, Jiminy Cricket. Yara, I think this thing has a neural implant.
What kind of check could I do to learn about this thing? If
I don't know.
My turn after this.
I think my turn is done, so hold on.
Yeah, you've done 2 maneuvers and an action.
I'll run over.
Well, NPC turn next.
Okay.
We'll do a
Let's
quick.
Get out. What's the worst that could happen?
We'll do a quick smash cut back to this Cobalt agent over here, trying to fix his vehicle, I guess. Let's see if he can do a mechanics check, which I don't think he has. Nope, no, none of that. Mechanics is intelligence. Their intelligence is 2. Oh shit, I don't recall what it is to fix a vehicle. I'll look it up later. It's like way too late at night for me to remember things like that. I'll say it's difficulty 3. Okay, they succeeded, but they took 1 damage in the process. And their vehicle is at speed 0, so they're going to have to take on some stress to get it up to speed again. And I will kick it back a few spaces. Alright, cool. Smash cut back to Yara. Let me just end this guy's turn. There we go. Yara, you run over.
Yeah, so I guess that's at least a maneuver. What do I... So he has a thing on his head, and can I use science to identify computers? What you want me to do?
Yeah, it'll be 2 maneuvers, by the way. But otherwise, that's going to be a knowledge science.
Right,
and
it's a good thing I improved.
Yeah, I will set it at... I think it's still...
Also have the critical injury.
Yes.
So I take a difficulty die.
Okay, it was going to be difficulty 3, but I will put it at difficulty 4.
Oh, I can't do this. Let's just see what happens. Here I go.
You're
Hey!
having a headache.
Huh?
You take on a stress.
Nice.
And
The headache's really bad.
Yeah. As your headache surges, you see the Letnev cringe. He feels the same thing that you just felt for almost an instant. You realize that this is probably the same thing as you might have suspected that you had encountered inside of the network. This guy is being fed something from that network. And you realize that the rumors about a strange rogue faction known as the Lizix MindNet might be behind this thing. If you could collect this neural implant, you might be able to confirm your suspicions and perhaps do research on it later. But it's going to be grisly work because you need to get out of here quick. And this guy might not live.
This is actually a guy, not just a robot.
This is a guy. This is a human Letnev.
Does
Sorry,
he have to live?
mortal Letnev. It's up
What
to you
was the
guys.
name of their weird thing? Lizix
Ordinary
Mind?
man.
We're just
Holistic
ordinary.
MindNet.
Yep.
Alright. Yara's doing surgery under stress.
Hey, what's the worst that could happen? The dude could just die. Don't worry about it.
Well, next round we'll be able to take care of that. Let's... I should have progressed the C turn, I think.
Sorry, I was the last one. The thingy.
Cool. The Enforcer is the last guy to go. So he's going to... I'm going to say he suddenly attacks Sin. I don't know why my thing has just decreased. Alright, he has a Snub Gauntlet, so he's going to use that. Sin, do you have any defense? Like melee
Yes.
defense? How much?
I have defense 2, soak 3.
Awesome, so I'll put 2 setbacks on this. And he's prone, so I will apply... Is that another setback? While prone, yeah, it's a setback. So he gets 3 setback dice. But he somehow succeeded. With a triumph, I guess it must have really, surprised you. So Sin, you take 8 damage minus your soak value.
Oh
Okay, so that's 5. I'm at half.
Okay.
no.
And
He just does one of those stabs when nobody's looking. Right in your...
Well, I'm a glass cannon. There's not much I can do about that.
we're also going to use his triumph to activate the disorient trait. So you add a setback die to every roll you make, and this is going to last for 3 turns, so I'm going to put a 3 next to it. Yeah. A lot of symbols. Alright, cool. This, I think, is where we should end. This is the top of the round, and everybody has gone.
Sounds good.
I'm just going to select everybody and clear turns. Huzzah! Alright, thank you everybody that came out to watch. Thank you so much, DPRQ, for the raid today. And we will see you guys next Sunday for the continuation and conclusion of this heist that has only gone minor off the rails. Thankfully, it's not the main bad guys, it's the side bad guys.
It's gone so much better than our last heist, though.
True.
It's getting
Yeah.
easier.
We're
All right.
finally adding enough stuff to our talent pool.
Precisely. Let's go raid somebody.
Well done, Shane.
Yeah, good job, Shane. You got a shot off.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Oh, I was talking
Yeah, I
about
got a
him
shot off.
posting the TI4 page.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Just for the visual reputation of the MindNet.
Oh yeah.
ignore the actual
The rest
game
of it.
mechanics.
All right, we're gonna go raid Cyber Skull Root because he is finally on during the end of one of our streams. All right, say hi. They are doing art. Good night, everybody, and we will see you next Sunday. Bye bye.
Have a fabulous week.
Bye.
Take care.
That was a hilariously bad roll on my.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Thank you for the raid. How's it going? What were you up to? Were you playing more?
For the
of
most part, it
Ori
went pretty
and
well.
the Blind Forest.
Yeah.
Only one person nearly
You were, like,
died.
The first raid I've gotten
Like,
in a long time.
I think
It
we're doing
wasn't-
awesome.
Appreciate
And it
you
wasn't
trusting
even
me
through
with your
technical
peoples.
combat.
You fool.
Yeah.
The way they want to go.
Oh
By hacking
right,
a
it's,
machine.
it's Saturday, Sunday. Wow,
There's worse ways to
I
go.
am not
I like
wording
that
right.
my
We're
ethereal
talking about
awareness
elephants and
scared the
elements.
doggos.
Time is soon.
That was
Ghost?
that was
Ghost?
cool
That was the
flavor
game, though.
thing.
Ghost?
Yeah.
What cool things
With
happened?
dogs, they
Give me
don't
the
like
recap.
ghosts.
I have to get this map done for a
Also, that was a
a
really
video
good plan, see,
So,
with the
I'm-
dropping the probe
for my
afterwards.
game.
The pod.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for that. Is like how are we gonna
Oh.
because the thing that I'm really I was afraid of was that
But you're
my
doing a
brother's
heist you
fleet.
got had by their mafia
Because,
allies.
Wait, is
So,
that
like,
Sure,
we're
yeah,
revealing
getting
the
off
game.
planet.
Motorcycle
Yeah.
versus
but
truck
the thing is
battle.
like because
Sweet.
of this we have a
That is
delay,
awesome and,
and even
epic.
if you get caught,
Also,
because I have seen
Drayden, anyone else who might be
the,
lurking, if you
the
have
symbol
not,
of the union. I was
checked
gonna
out
ask you to
both Noble
3D print out a
Crumpet.
union badge. That way
Ah,
we could fake it
my
being a union
internet
member.
working.
Put a union is like it's like all right.
Why can't I
we're-
shout
we're
out?
union members anyway. We'll drop this off for you. Just
What
in
is
the
it called
pod.
now? Is it called something
Escape.
else?
When they open it, it blows up.
Hmm.
Right. Or at a baseline,
Announce
yeah,
now,
like if we are
green
trying to get
pill,
out and
clear
the fleet
pill,
comes across
forward,
an unknown
no,
pod that they see the Union symbol on, they scoop it up and suddenly the ship that scooped it up explodes. They're going to be busy with that.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I have to type shout out. Okay.
I know we just kind of hand waved a lot. I wonder if Kervold
Noble.
just basically showed up one day to our meetings like, we're not doing anything. It's like, I want in. We're getting off this planet. And we just go on with the plan.
Shout out.
No, I'm thinking this is more of, or it's like I'm thinking independently. It's like
There we
you know,
go.